Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams. The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Was beast. Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3
Welcome everybody to another edition, essentially the day 5 of the ESL India Premiership. Summer season's going on, the Master League's on our heads, literally. So many teams trying to vie for the top spot here. And in this day 5 of the things happening here, first of all, a huge shout out to our esteemed sponsors, Omen by HP, Intel and HyperX. And of course, all this Halabaloo is presented to you by ESL and Nordwind Gaming. I'm your host, Wagish Godslayer Bhan, and joining me in the studio today for the first game of the day is none other than our very own analyst in-house, Angela.
I should give a drum roll to this, like a total drum roll for this. Alright, it's getting very hot in Gurgaon, I think, but I think ESL India Premiership is also getting heated up day by day. It's day 5. How excited are you?
Okay.
Just okay?
Yeah,
Just okay.
I mean, another day in the life of an esports person.
Yeah, that's true.
Like people tell me, oh my god, dude, you're like into gaming, you're into esports and shizzles, and I'm like, okay. Okay, cool, man. Sure, you like it, sure. Because you become used to it. It's like any other job after a point.
Yeah, you don't get to play that much.
That's the sad part. Like, I mean, people who believe that we're into esports and we play throughout the day, they should only look at Manoj Super Excel Gold. Now, moving on, we have a Clash Royale game in the offing, which is going to be played between Mukul 8-bit Archal and Saif Patel. So let's, without further ado, take a look at the first player here, Mukul 8-bit Archal. Okay then, 8-bit Mukul. I wonder when he will progress to 16-bit, maybe after the summer league or the summer season for that point of matter. But, Angela,
yes,
क्या राय है आपकी 8-bit मुकुल के बारे में?
Chalo Mukul, to anyway, in the December, he won the winter season. He is a top contender for the ESL India Premiership, and he's played the game from 2016. He also loves the Hog Rider card. It's his favorite card as of now. And today, he's looking to beat his opponent, Saif. So let's have a look at Saif before I tell you more about this guy.
Please, Saif. Okay, I have zero idea how old this kid is, but this kid facing off against Biggie's in the Master League is a huge, huge, huge win for the ESL India Premiership. In fact, Angie, you were going to continue with...
Yes, I find all the players in Clash Royale this year much younger than most of the contenders of the other games that we have in store for people. Saif is, of course, a player from Bharuch. He is from Gujarat, and he's a Patel. So, cheers to you. I'm from Gujarat myself. And his favorite card is the Three Musketeers. He loves to play that card. This is his first game, of course, in the ESL India Premiership summer season. And talking about Mukul a little bit more, he has played already one game against Arpan, but he took a heavy loss over there against Arpan with a 0-3 score for himself. So, today he's here to kind of make sure that he holds his defensive ground on that crown that he got placed on himself in the winter season finale. These two players have also decided to give out 2 bans, as discussed in the format of the ESL India Premiership. So let's have a look at what they've decided to ban for today. I'm hoping that the barrel gets banned, and it's going to be the Goblin barrel getting banned off there by Saif Patel.
And Three Musketeers from Mukul.
Yeah. Saif's favorite card is Three Musketeers, and he's fared really well in the 2017 season using that card. So a very interesting ban coming in there from Mukul, much needed, because if Saif gets that head start, I think Mukul needs to be a little careful. And after his first game in the ESL India Premiership, I think he wants to play his cards very soon.
Yeah, I wonder why the Hog Rider didn't get banned, considering it's Mukul's favorite card there.
Well, the Hog is a very situational card also. If you play against a Hog Rider, you know really how to counter him at some point. Like, it's not like the Golem or the Three Musketeers where you're investing a lot of elixir. So I think Saif knows how to play really well against the Hog Rider card, and that's why he's decided that it's okay if I don't do it. But like we saw yesterday, Mukul did play out, I don't know which player was it. Yesterday we did see a game where the Goblin barrel, Camille, was against Sushil, I think. And Sushil played the Goblin barrel card and the Goblin gang. So the Goblin is in the meta this time for the Clash Royale session. So that's why they're very worried about playing against the Goblins.
Alrighty then. So let's quickly head off into the game and see what's in store for us. Gautam Virkaholic Virk, my magnetic royal giant, the gentle giant of Clash Royale and Nordwin Gaming, is going to be casting this game. So over to you, buddy.
Alright, thank you so much Vakish for that amazing intro, and thank you Zara for breaking down these two players for the crowd here. We have 8-bit Mukul, who is the champion of last year's winter finale that happened in Delhi, and Saif, who's actually been a strong contender throughout the year. So this is, by the way, not any one-sided map. This is going to be a great match today, and I'm excited to be casting this match. Right off the bat, we see 8-bit Mukul actually going for the giant, and 2 knights and the giant. That's the build he's going for. Saif has made some changes there. You can see that he has the golem and the missile and the nado. It's going to be quite an interesting matchup here. Now giant taking one of the few hits, but collecting everything using the nado. Nice cleanup, by the way, right there. He's done a great job at holding off this push. And joining me today, just walking in here, we have Manoj Super Gola, who's my favorite co-caster.
What up, what up?
Yes, so quite an exciting day here for us casters. We have last year's winner facing off against Saif. Saif, who's been a strong contender, as I was saying. All right, that was quite a baby disaster there. Actually, one of the capture cards wire got pulled, and we lost the feed almost instantly. And we were thinking up here, what is going on? Because I could not see anything. But it's okay. We've made that was a very quick turnaround also. Good job, Manoj, for finding the problem. What has happened there? Could you give us a little info on what exactly happened?
So basically all I did was pull one cable out and plug it back in.
Was it switched off? Yeah. Interesting. Anyways, problems fixed. Let's hope it doesn't come back again. Otherwise, you'll have to switch that decimator altogether. Here we're getting to see the beginning part of the game again. We've already spoken about both the players here. You can see the banned cards also. The Three Musketeers is banned. This Three Musketeers have been banned actually throughout the tournament so far. I think only one day went by where we didn't see a Three Musketeer ban. So it's quite interesting to see that over and over again. What are your thoughts on the Double Knight Giant build?
So I haven't experienced that, I haven't played against that since a long time, because the only time I played it was once when I was in the 4100 trophy range, and I got completely destroyed by it, so I really hate it, so I'd rather not talk.
Alright, let's not talk about that. A lot of cheap units on the field there. Now the thing is, with such three big expensive units that he has and a poison, he's of course complementing his deck with a lot of cheap cards where he can kind of just light up the floor with all these units. Interesting card on Saif's end is also the missile, which is his go-to card, I guess, to either finish the game or get things done, or if he sees a push that is unstoppable. Here we go, finally the golem being revealed, but instantly an aggressive push on the other lane. What can Saif do? I'm very interested in seeing what he's trying to do here. That's quite a late reaction by the way.
There's not much Saif can do there. Like, he already let go of his golem, and Mukul just saw the opportunity and started pushing. And yeah, like he just lost his star in an instant, because that's how much damage the Paladins and the can do, especially when the damage is completely.
And now Saif is all in on the right hand side, and he needs to get this tower instantly, which he will be able to take, and it's a good trade. And he still has a couple of minutes left.
Aggressive golem!
Golem right in the face with armored skeletons for the Signify. This is going to be an aggressive push. A lot of units being taken down thanks to the lock. And remember, the push on the right is still going on. The baby dragon is still attacking. This has been quite an all-in push there by Saif. Now comes the part where he needs to defend. Does not have log-in rotation, but has.
But he does have the tornado and the dark prince, and combined together those two cards.
Poison coming out, getting some damage done, but Mukul has taken a lot of damage on his side already. Can he hold off?
I really doubt it, because Saif has a huge elixir advantage and he already has creeps on the board. But of course, if he defends this very bad, as I say that he uses a tornado really well, because he just got for a 3 elixir tornado, right? He got the value equivalent to an 8 elixir. He got the giant, he got the bats, and he got goblins.
Yes, now both the knights are hitting the golem right there. Before the golem is on, maybe they'll get a couple of shots in. Yes, they do get a couple of shots in. There's a lot of units towards the side.
And I think Saif got this one. He has the rocket.
Yes, the rocket finally comes out and taking this game in his favor. This is a great show of strength by Saif. He's saying, dude, I don't care how many LAN events you have won. I am here to win. And I'm here to rule. And Mukul, not off to a great start. He's actually lost his first game also. This is the second game.
Well, it was a pretty close game, right?
That game was very close.
I couldn't find many mistakes with either player. It's just that I think Saif had just better time.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Mukul, even with the stock deck, I think those Nados absolutely destroyed a lot of his push potential. All the units that he had, that he was backing up with, absolutely destroyed by the Nado and Baby Dragon combo.
If only Mukul had a little more patience before releasing his first golem, right? Before revealing that he had a golem, maybe things would have been different. But Saif just saw the timing, just saw the opportunity. And
Saif had the golem, Mukul had the giant. Mukul lost the first game.
Alright.
You're confusing between the two.
Yes.
Even though they look like, brothers.
Either way.
Game 2 in the horizon right now. And it seems like Saif is now switched to the double knight build here. It's this build is getting far too popular for my liking, by the way, because a single mistake can cost you the game, because the DPS that the two knights break, it's just next level. Yes, it's a double knight. It's a double knight build. Mukul has the Nado. He has the right kit to defend against this. So I'm gonna be quite interesting to see. And there you go, the Nado.
Look at the value, dude. Look at the value.
Yes, that's a lot of value. And the giant barely crossed the half, like he barely crossed the river. Actually.
And the executioner himself suffered almost no damage.
Yes. Nice placements of the bats. Actually, individually, it's impossible for him to hit those bats. He does have the executioner in rotation, but he needs to put down the ice column to distract the Dark Knight there, so he can actually individually target. He's pulling him in, activating the count tower. Wow, these are great moves, by the way. And he might take a hit. No, he doesn't take a hit on the left hand side. Big push coming on the right now. Hog Rider will be able to take down 2 hits there. Yes, he does. Good value.
Good value. Really good value. That's 1394 HP. That's a lot of HP lost.
And this, remember, this is after the nerfs that we have seen that has come on the Hog Rider, by the way.
Yeah, he takes. If any of you guys haven't read the patch notes, the change that was made to Hog Rider was that he would take a little bit extra time for his first attack.
Yes. His first attack is a little slower than usual. But anyways, double elixir time is just about to start now, and this is where the things will get really intense.
This is when Saif is going to start coming out with his huge pushes, but Mukul is going to do just more of the same with his hog pokes, with his...
He actually got 2 hits.
Whoa.
He actually got 2 hits, and now you'll see the Nado coming out with the executioner. Maybe he's holding on to it. No, he finally throws that away, and executioner absolutely, you know, paying his bills on time.
Bombast defense.
He has the best credit score out of everyone. Here comes the double knight push. We have the skeletons holding them back immediately. A lot of defensive units being thrown out. However,
the executioner is still alive, still doing his job.
Yeah, but executioner is not hitting what he needs to hit right now, and these knights are on the loose, but quickly taken care of. Now I think a Hog Rider will be able to close this game. Pushes a nice golem in front for tanking purposes, and
Mukul has got this in the bag.
Mukul has closed it. One more hit. Yes, it does. Mukul showing why he's the #1.
And like he's used his favorite card against him.
Yes, he did. And Mukul now showcasing his skills as far as the Nado goes, and he's absolutely done a great job there. Mukul evening up the game. 1-1 is the score right now. And what are your thoughts overall, looking at both the play styles and seeing how things are going? What are your thoughts on Clash Royale in general? Or forget that, what are your thoughts on life?
Live and let die. Yeah, classic James Bond. That's my thoughts on life in general. So coming back to the game though, like Mukul, right? He's been shown to have a lot of decks up his sleeve, right? He's used quite a few decks even in the last era of the ESL India Premiership as well, and I think he's the one Masters player with the most variety of decks that we've seen. He's been using everything from golems to crossbows to bridge spams to hog cycle decks, and he was one of the first people to use one of the newer cards in the Masters.
Yes, he was. So very versatile player, as you said. And it's always something to look out for. Mukul now is actually changing to a balloon deck. And balloons actually on both sides. Saif's gone for Lava Loon, whereas Mukul is looking for a Inferno Loon. So it's going to be quite interesting. Inferno will definitely help him out. A big push coming on the left instantly. Going for a counter attack there.
It's going to get 2 hits off onto the tower, and it's going to be devastating.
2 hits off the tower.
3 hits! Not even 2! No, that tower is gone. That tower is
gone. The laser, the Inferno Dragon finally comes on the right. He should be able to stop. No. He does. He'll still be able to have the tower survive by the end of it. By the way, Mukul showing why he's #1.
Mukul #1.
Yes. Inferno Dragon alive at like 0.01 health. You can't even see his health bar, by the way.
It's just a half a zap away.
Yeah.
There we go. Wait, was that zap from Mukul or from Saif?
It was, I have no idea. He didn't need to use it.
It was from Mukul. There
we go.
All Mukul has to do right now is keep defending the right tower as much as he can. It only has 1000 HP left, which means Saif will be able to chip it quick.
Yeah.
But if Mukul is able to cycle his cards fast enough and keep Saif out of the loop, and that's game 2 for him.
Yeah. Mukul held on to a few of his cards for quite some time, thinking what he wants to do. He knows Saif has a zap in rotation, and Saif will just about now, when the full damage potential of the Inferno, he actually let it go. He didn't use the zap. Is he playing? Is he focusing on defense, I'm guessing?
No. So the balloon was going towards the tombstone anyway. So he thought even if he uses his zap to save his balloon from the Inferno Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to die without even getting one hit off on it.
Yeah, finally the balloon combo comes in again. You can clearly see balloon kind of going in a different direction altogether. That's because balloon targets the closest building, and this is a lot of units now knocking at the door of Mukul, but Mukul defending very well.
We're seeing fireballs flying everywhere. We're seeing tombstones.
Mukul just needs to survive 10 more seconds. I think this is good game. Actually, Mukul pushing out a good game before his opponent. Actually, this is borderline BM actually.
It's friendly BM.
Yeah, it's a little friendly BM. Mukul finally taking game 2 now in the lead. Mukul is where he belongs.
In the lead.
Yes. I love this. I love how our commentary goes whichever direction needs to go. We are not biased. We are only biased towards the winner. So if Saif was winning, we'd be like, oh, Mukul is not number 1 anymore. Saif is number 1.
I mean, if this was, if we were casting Dota 2 or CSGO, just because there are 10 players in the game, right?
Yeah.
We'd have to side with somebody because we just cannot be friends with all 10 of them.
Yeah.
But in Clash Royale, there's just 12 masters.
Yes.
So we are actually all friends.
Yes. Are you still part of the Clash Royale Masters group?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's a place I don't want to be.
It's a place that sometimes makes me wish that I wasn't a part of, because I have a very low sounding notification for the WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah.
But it still manages to wake me up because they just spam it like 600 times in one night. 600 messages in one night, man.
Very active community of these 12 kids. Actually, and if Manoj, if you can enlighten us, what is the average age of this the Masters League right now?
16, 17 or 18.
That is quite young.
The average age is definitely below the legal age of India.
Well, legal age for drinking
is 25 in
yes.
Haryana, which is atrocious, by the way.
Is this different in your state?
I think it's 21 in my state.
Well, we're clearly living in the wrong state.
Yeah, we should move the studio down to Hyderabad.
Yeah, everyone wants that. They like move it to Bombay, move it to Hyderabad. Someone will like move it to Bangalore.
Nobody's like move it to Bangalore. Nobody wants to go to Bangalore.
So, game 4, and my palms are already sweaty.
It's all the excitement, and it's not because we switched off the AC.
Yes. Now the thing is, we've kind of seen this build now. There's been some changes to it. He has balloon. He has a Sparky. What is going on in this game right now? I have no idea.
Okay, so in this game, right, Mukul is...
Enlighten us.
So Mukul has a disadvantage when you consider sheer matchup. But if, just in case Mukul is able to trick Saif into letting go of his golem at a wrong time, that would spell the end for Saif's round right here. It would be 3-1 in favor of Mukul, and we can just go on to the next game in the Premiership. But that shouldn't happen, because Saif.
Here you go. Look at that timing. He's put down a 8 elixir golem, and immediately a big push coming on the right, and he only has. What does he have to defend? He has nothing. He could use a Nado, but that would not help the cause. And this push is now knocking at his door. Princess Tower on the right, helping out a little bit, and finally Sparky coming out. He's gonna do a crap load of damage.
It's okay. It's on the internet.
It's okay. I'm getting ready to be responsible individual. And I've never seen Sparky do so much damage. He absolutely destroyed that golem.
So that's 3 hits.
Golemites will be going away also. And Sparky showing why he's number 1.
Well, up until now I thought an Inferno Dragon or an Inferno Tower or minions or something is the best defense against Golem, but
it's a Sparky is by far the best.
Oh, he's pulling the Sparky in, and Sparky got off one hit off onto the Golem, which splashed onto the tower.
Sparky is going ham up in this Mother, brother. This is crazy. Balloon has actually made it across. He's doing damage. Sparky also takes a hit. This was savage.
11 hits coming out of the Sparky. That is insane value. Insane value. And 20 seconds left. I think Mukul's got this now.
I think Mukul was just playing with us, with our emotions. He's absolutely destroyed his opponent. Saif has no answer to this. He has Nado. What he's gonna use now? Look, he just nukes them all together. Sparky's on the floor. Sparky is gonna. Good thing Sparky doesn't do splash damage on himself also, because that would have been horrible. This is 3-1 in favor of Mukul. Quite a strong performance coming in after the first loss.
Yeah, this is quite reminiscent of the last finale, right? Winter finale. He lost one of the first.
He was coming out of the losers bracket.
He went into the loser bracket. He just started winning right there. I think he's got some of Charlie in him, like Charlie Sheen, Tiger's Blood.
Yeah.
# winning.
Yes.
So why don't you say something nice about our sponsors and give me enough time to go back down to production? What do you say?
Sure. Let's do that. By the way, we would like to take this time to thank our sponsors, Omen by HP, Intel, HyperX, and also Red Bull. You don't get to see a lot of them. Red Bull has been doing a lot for esports for the last couple of years, and they help us out a lot. So it's quite exciting to have them on board with us for the Premiership. And here we got to see why Mukul is number 1. And this was it from us. I will pass it back to Angela and Vagish, who are sitting in this awesome AC studio and we're showing off their great magnetic personalities there. Okay, take care guys. Thank you so much. I am out for today. Enjoy some Counter-Strike and Dota 2 after this. Take care guys. Bye bye.
Welcome back everybody to the studio section of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Masters League going on in the summer season right about now, and what we just witnessed was Mukul 8-bit Archer wreaking havoc and winning the scene with a 3-1 scoreline.
I mean, these two players were a treat to watch. I have to commend Mukul for this gameplay. He was brilliant. He was just brilliant. The first game, Saif and him went head on. They both took each towers, 1-1 each. And I was like, wow, these guys are really battling this out so beautifully well. They played the Dark Prince, they played the Prince, the Spear Goblins came out, the Goblin Gang came out, and it was brilliant.
Everything came out.
Everything to balance that deck was beautiful. But after that, it was like Mukul just suddenly, you know, like, he was like, okay, let's go God mode or something like that. And in the fourth game, let's talk about the third game first, because they all were exciting games for me. The third game was the balloon and the lava combination, and he played this beautiful Inferno Dragon to counter both these cards. And I don't know how he knew that Saif is going to play a card which will get countered completely by his Inferno Dragon. He didn't take it in the first 2 games, but in the third game he picked that card, which is something that I never really expected. And in the fourth game we saw that Mukul completely went all out. He took all the big elixir cards. He didn't really keep much of defense, but then I saw him use a Sparky, which is actually a very aggressive card to play as a defensive card against a golem, and that is something I haven't really seen before played by Mukul. And I think he's really grown from the times winter has ended, because I've seen this guy play a lot. He's very versatile with his decks, but today he kind of proved that you can use any big elixir card even as a defensive card. And I mean, hats off to him. Saif went completely into defensive mode by the game 4. He had got the lava, he got the rocket, he got the tornado just to hold his towers. But Mukul was like, you know what, you got the defense, I've got the best.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
And Saif is known to be this really defensive player. And Mukul today has shown me that he's a very aggressive player and he doesn't really care to, you know, think out of the box and just play something that will just revamp the whole game for him.
Alrighty then, so we will be taking a short commercial break here. On the other side we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive lineup, so don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, everybody joining us on the day 5 of the ESL India Premiership 2018. Summer season's on, Master League's going on. We just witnessed a very interesting Clash Royale game, and now...
I have to say, actually, even that Clash Royale game was interesting. Sorry, go ahead. I love cutting you.
This didn't happen. Aditya Adisha joining me as an analyst for a CSGO game talking about Clash Royale. Apocalypse.
I honestly know
Apocalypse.
So while I was just coming down, right,
it's not cancelled.
When I was sitting in the green room and I was looking at the game, waiting for CS to start. Actually, that game was not bad at all. I got the 4th map, like the match, 4th game, whatever you call it, in Clash Royale. It was interesting. That guy, 8-bit Mukul, he like completely wrecked Saif, was it? The 4th game. It was, there's another 4-letter word which starts from R and which isn't wrecked. That's what happened. Basically, then that was pretty harsh, but yeah. But anyway, CS. Let's get to CS.
Yeah, are you done?
I'm done.
Are you done ranting about Clash Royale and stuff? This closet love for Clash Royale.
There's no love.
Oh my god, oh my god. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game in the offing. War Gaming, Entity Gaming versus War Gaming. Now, I'm pretty sure this time around, this time of the year, they have finally decided to call themselves Entity Gaming and not Entity Esports.
Yeah, this was a while ago. They were Entity Esports only in the start. Now they have been gaming for a while.
Gaming now. So, very happy. Sid Joshi apparently still taking vacays across the world.
He's in Goa right now, isn't he?
Wasn't he in Kolkata 2 days ago?
He's in Goa right now.
I don't know, Nirav, but the kind of monies you're paying Siddhant Joshi, definitely if we get a fraction of it, we'll end up being better managers sometimes, I believe. No, I'm just kidding. Sid's a great person, great manager on top of that. But moving on, Entity Gaming versus War Gaming, like I said before, let's quickly take a look at both the teams first and put faces to their names here. Let's start off with Entity Gaming. Alrighty then, I've been informed by production that also Siddhant Joshi happens to be world-class meme material. So good. Let's be on the lookout for more social media. How would I say? Antics of Siddhant
by Sid
Joshi. Random.
Are you sure it's Siddhant? I thought it was Siddharth.
I swear. So
I don't know. On Facebook, his name is Sid Joshi.
So when it's not.
It's just Sid Joshi. His name
it's
on
not.
Facebook. Yes,
so that's
I have it right here. If you want me to open Facebook.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. So when I became friends with Siddhant Joshi, I knew him just as Sid Joshi.
Yep.
Suddenly one day, there's a Siddhant Joshi on Facebook. I'm like, who is this guy? Okay, then very weird, because back then Sid was also like slightly hefty, and now he's become like slightly leaner.
Can we stop talking about the managers and move on to the CS team?
Okay, fine, dude. Just because I was giving a shout out of a friend, dude. Fine.
Either way, like we've Entity Gaming, right? They played on the first day as well. Unfortunately, I had to reverse their victory over too easy. Hopefully that doesn't happen again this time. But Entity, really good squad. Sai, Amaterasu, Marzil, Hellranger, and Baba Falcon. Basically, a really good squad. They won the winter finale in 2017 of the Premiership finale, and there's nothing much to say about it, right? With Equidas as their coach, they've become really, really good at the game. Like, they've become really good at the basics of the game. Their communication is getting better, things like that. But I should add, I have got word that Sai will not be playing today. In fact, their substitute Spawn will be playing in Sai's place, because Sai is playing a college tournament in Kolkata in Team SRA, in Slaughter Rage Army, who are also a part of the Premiership, and we will see them tomorrow actually as well. So that would be interesting.
Loaned out.
Yeah, exactly. So Entity is playing with a substitute right now. It's sort of a like-for-like substitution. It's completely fine because Spawn is an AWPer as well. So is Sai. So I don't think it should hinder them that much, especially because Hellranger and Amaterasu are the ones calling the shots. So I think we should still see a very strong Entity side.
Alrighty then. So let's quickly take a look at the opposition here, Team War Gaming. Well, that's War Gaming for you guys, and I'm very sure these guys were A, either very lazy, B, very bold, or C, very desperate to get nicks for themselves, because those nicks are very weird. Kazi, apart from Kazi, I think everybody else like Finish, Saz, Oops, Robin Matthew, what is this, Baba the Beast, what is Baba the Beast?
For some reason, my lineup says that there's Smoke, so I'm assuming Baba the Beast is Smoke.
Yeah, I suspect Baba the Beast. Smoke. So is it like Baba the Beast or like Baba the Beast?
No idea.
Okay then.
You're asking the wrong person. Maybe we should join their TeamSpeak or something and ask them.
Yeah, probably. But anything
yeah,
about
I mean,
them?
War Gaming, right? They played against Wagband and they won 16-8. But Wagband was playing
one man
down, yeah, for most of that game. So I don't think we've seen. I don't think we've seen the best of Wagband.
One had gone AFK.
Yeah. Yeah, and we saw Wagband being really mentally strong that game, but then against Brutality yesterday they were equally not as strong, unstrong. I mean, the words are
unstrong. Let these words be etched into the history of the World Wide Web.
Strong, anyway. Very weak. That's the word. Why was I saying not strong?
Unstrong. No, cancel this. Cancel this. Unstrong is what we're going ahead with.
It's better than saying. It's better than saying studio section. What you said earlier. Yes, you said section. We will go back on the VOD, and me and
we will debate upon this. But first, let's move on.
Yeah, so War. I don't think we've seen the best of War yet as well, because they were playing against a depleted Wagband. I honestly myself, I don't know that much about War Gaming, so I would like to see them put up a fight, let's say, against Entity. And I think this time is the only chance they have as well to put up any sort of fight against Entity, because Entity is playing with a substitute, right? So now's their time to shine.
Alrighty then, so let's quickly take a look at the map pick and V2 and see what's in store for us and who's banned and picked what. Okay, so we've got Train, we've got Inferno and Nuke banned by War, and Mirage, Cash and Cobble banned by Entity. Leaves us with Overpass, Adi's favorite map. Sarcasm included.
No? What? I actually like Overpass.
Yeah.
It is my favorite. Why would you include sarcasm in that?
The reason why I'm including sarcasm is because should I remind you of all the previous games where we have abused a lot of teams?
No, again, I really want to point out again that Hellranger has banned Mirage, and that has become Entity's permaban now, and I'm so glad. Good job, Hellranger, because you suck at that map. And like, they're really good at the other 6 maps, but they should just, it's a good thing that they're banning Mirage out. And yeah, I mean, it's a good thing we're not seeing another Inferno as well.
I got sick and tired of Inferno happening every other alternate day, man.
I'll have to actually check out of the almost 10 games that we've gone through now, how many games were actually Inferno.
7.
No, we're on the 5th day today, but we've had
10 games.
We've had 8 games already played. Today are 2 games as well. One of them is off stream. Actually, no, today's game has been delayed. Today's off stream game has been delayed. But either way, Overpass vertical map again with sort of a mid thing as well, but it has the nuke like elements of the vertical gameplay, right? A bomb side is basically above the B bomb side, and the rotations are really quick for the CTs as well. But of course, this map completely revolves around map control by the CTs. You have to play aggressive. You can't sit in A side, you can't sit in B side because it's very easy to get executed on. So I mean, I don't know. We can also look at the videos we've created for the map as well. And
yeah, in fact, let's quickly head off into the video and see what's in store for us in this map. What this map is all about.
Overpass. A mix of vertical and classical designs makes this map one of the favorites of many professional teams. The team that controls the connector usually comes out with the win.
Well, along with that David Attenborough's way of describing a map, yeah, what else do you have to add on to Overpass?
So like you saw in that in the video, right? The connector area is really important, especially for the terrorists actually to get control, because like I said earlier, before the video, it's through CT base, it's really quick rotations for the CTs from A to B, right? So the Ts need a quick rotation point as well. So hence connector is something that the CTs and the Ts generally contest a lot. And I have this really simple way of playing Overpass. I've honestly said, you take connector control from B short and you take B short control from connector. You don't do it the standard way. You don't just take B short control from B short, because people expect that, right? People molly off the little choke point from B side to B short right in the start. The terrorists can molly that, and you see it every single round, and I'm sure we're going to see Entity do that every single round, because it is really important to delay the CTs from getting, you know, B shot control from the B bomb side. So because of that, when I was in Brutality also, what we did was control B shot from connector. This way you got connector control as well and B shot control. So that is the major point. Like, you get connector control and you block off the terrorists, you know, their quick rotation access basically by the connector, and you can lock down the map as CTs.
Alrighty then, so let's quickly, without wasting any further time, let's head off into the game and see what's going to be in store for us. Mamba Senior and Fett are going to be casting this game. So, over to you, gentlemen, as we can move off into this game and see how we progress.
That was the worst voiceover ever.
That was the Sasta David Attenborough. Let's head off into the game and see what's in store for us.
Stick to Sasta Virat Kohli.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. The summer season in the Masters League is well underway. Today's game is going to be between War Gaming and Entity Gaming. Now, Entity Gaming lost their first game under slightly dubious circumstances, while War did manage to win theirs against VACBand. But that was a 4v5 predominantly. Anyway, Mamba is with me today. Mamba SR, Mamba Senior, Mamba Star. The ever jovial, ever happy, and ever fast-talking, brilliant caster, my co-caster today. Mamba, how are you?
I am doing amazing, and these intros, man, oh boy, these intros, I wish everyone introduced me so nicely. But, well, getting back to the game, it's going to be War and Entity Gaming. I don't even know why I'm still calling them Entity Esports. It's just being stuck on the past, so I think if I ever break up, I'm going to have a hard time moving on. But getting back to the game, it is going to be Spawn subbing in instead of Spy. Psychedelic. Anyway, so it is going to be Spawn subbing in, and I don't think that would make a huge difference because you know Spawn is a wonderful player as well, and he's just off an AWP. Sai, and yeah, I think he's actually more versatile AWP than Sai, because you know the way he uses the AWP, the way he aggresses out, the way I've seen this dude lurk around with the AWP, and that is something that's extremely difficult to do. But talking about the first round, we have 2 guys on the terrace side buying up resources, 4 flashes and 2 smokes to work with. On the CD side, Falcon, I don't even know why he wrote his name upside the other way around. It's really hard. And Spawn is going to be going up, trying to find some sort of information, maybe get an early frag as well. He's going to fall back, having that information. There are guys towards mid, and the rotation might come in from connector as well. So Hellranger falling back will be watching A-Long, making sure that his teammate doesn't get cut off from A-Long. And the C4 is creeping up towards A-bomb side. No one is towards the B-bomb side, so this is going to be pretty interesting.
I mean, it is going to be interesting to see the dynamic of Entity Gaming change. They are playing with the stand-in that is Spawn, Sai being at Edge in Kolkata, Techno Edge, or whatever the latest. Oh, Hellranger spots out a couple of players, rattles off a few shots, and they know that it is going to be a long push. The rotation is coming in. It's going to come down to Hellranger to stand on guard, and Spawn, that's a good crossfire. Spawn finds one head, taps away, gets a second. In the meantime, Hellranger has found Saz, and Amaterasu is in with the rotation, and that's going to leave Baba the Beast to go beast mode. Finds one, finds two, but there's Mazel, and he's going to find the final headshot onto Baba the Beast, puts him to rest. And with that, Entity Gaming pick up the pistol round. Mamba, that was an interesting strat on the pistol round, wouldn't you say? Overpass pistol round, T-side taking long. Not something you see every day. It is an unconventional strategy, and could have worked out had it not been for the fact that Spawn spotted them out early, and Hellranger, ever so vigilant, ever so ready, and called for the early rotation. And that was a good call from Entity, and a decent call from War, actually. What do you have to say?
Well, it was a pretty interesting round, to be honest, because you know you don't usually see Glocks taking that longer route, because it's not that great at the long range fights, and Hellranger is going to go and try and get that information. He'll get it as well. But I think that it was a very slight mistake from Hellranger trying to go in for the repick from the truck, because he got dinked. He got taken down to 10 points of health. He did not have to go in for that repick, because Spawn did have the crossfire. Once Spawn engaged, that is when Hellranger should have repicked. But nonetheless, they won the round. Spawn got 2 frags. Hellranger got 1. Got lucky right there, and they picked the first round up as well. So it was a pretty good strat. Just did not work out in the favor of the terrorist side. And yeah, obviously Spawn getting the information was really effective as well. And oops! Just, in Hindi we call it, Rangoli Banana. And he's going to fire all around Spawn. Gets a first frag. Will not spot the second guy out though. He does have the information and expecting someone to push through the smoke. Saz might just get spotted, maybe not. He's going to get spotted, might not get taken down though. Spawn trying to find the frag. Three bullets to work with. And he will have to fall back and hit. Actually, it's Amaterasu playing the long area, and Amaterasu taking some amount of damage. Finish is not going to go down, surviving for a very long time. And P252 works. How is it not dead yet? Finally, Spawn is going to find the headshot onto him, and Baba find the frag onto Hellranger as well. So it is going to be a 1v4. And Baba, can he pull this off? It looks really unlikely, and Spawn actually has a 4k. He might as well just push out and try and get that ace, and that is exactly what is happening. Spawn is going to go in, try and get his ace in the official match, and try and pump his stats up. He's going to spot the terrace. He's going to go in, will try and find the frag, and Baba. Oh my god, Marcel. He just did that.
Yeah. Mazel doing Mazel things. No ace for you. You're the stand-in. No. I'll take that from you right now. But on the bright side, Spawn farming that cash. 4 kills with the MP9. That is money in the bank, and that allows him to immediately upgrade to the AVP. Now, here's the thing. It's going to be a full eco from War, so I'm not really sure why Spawn would go for the AWP. He might as well stuck with the MP9 and, gone for more farming. There's a lot of farming to be done. Now, the AWP only awards you a $100 kill bonus. And it does look like it's setting up to be a play towards the B bomb side. Falcon is going to get flashed in towards Monster. He's going to go play aggro. There's no one in Waters or B shot for control, but Falcon, he's feeling enterprising. He's just going to go pushing. Nope, he's going to fall back. All right, that's interesting. On the flip side, Hellranger, he's just found his W key on the keyboard, and he's just pushing it like there's no tomorrow. And he's getting a lot of information there. Kazi getting spotted out. Hellranger will finish the deed. And that's a lot of information gleaned by the CTs. They know that it's going to be a hit towards the B bomb side. There's 3 players there. Mazel just getting peppered by 9mm bullets. He's down to 9 health. He needs help very fast. Nope, he's going to go down without much of a fight. And now Amaterasu is in a world of trouble. And the B push actually finding a lot of kills. And now Hellranger in from B shot does a lot of damage. And Falcon's there to clean up the round. It's a very clean round, but unfortunately both Amaterasu and Mazel had rifles which will get dropped and taken away. I would consider that a pretty decent investment being taken away. War doing as much damage as possible with just the Glocks.
And I'm kind of surprised why Marzel did not use his flashbang, because, you know, so there was a crossfire, by the way. Amaterasu was watching his cross. Marzel was already on 20 points of health. He had a smoke and a flashbang. And having a FAMAS to work with, he could have taken that risk of flashing around the corner, throwing an underarm high flash, because, you know, he did not have to worry about being pushed out because Amaterasu was watching his cross. So this is something that you do not usually expect from Marzel, because he's probably one of the best players, if not the best player in the country. And he has shown us that how excellent of a player he is. Also in terms of awareness, aim, he doesn't even practice aim all that much, to be very honest, because he just says, you know, I don't even warm up, I just go up, you know, start the game and start playing the match, and that is exactly what he does. So I'm kind of surprised that Marzel made that very slight, very small mistake, but nonetheless that round is going to go in the favor of the CT side, and we have an AVP on SAS who does not have any other resources, and the rest of the team will have to put that up into a proper position, because, you know, on a map like Overpass or any map, but a map like Overpass is extremely important. Look at that flashbang from the CDs. It was so precise. The timing was so perfect, and Spawn peeking out at the most perfect time possible. So yeah, you know, they will have to make sure, and they have a two-man push coming in through the smoke, and Falcon is going to get taken down, and Marzel is going to go down as well. Baba getting 2 frags right there, so the push is not going to work out. The early aggression is not going to pay off, and they are to a 2-man deficit, and Amaterasu will have to go huge towards the B-bomb side if it becomes a B play. And at this point, I think even though they are to a man disadvantage, it is going to be Spawn who will have to try and get those early openings, and the CTs will have to try and put that up in a really aggressive position, set up the shots for him with the flashes and the smokes going in as well. So it is going to be interesting, and we have one of the players complaining about the server, but Amaterasu is going to get pushed, and I really... Oh, what a flashbang that comes out. Amaterasu walks into a minefield of blind players, but only able to find 1 kill. That was not what the doctor ordered. He needed to find multiple frags, and now Hellranger all alone on the B-bomb side. That's going to leave Spawn with a mountain to climb with just the op in a 1v4. That is not a position you want to be in. Pulls out the deagle, tries to make his way in towards the smoke, spots out 1 player, gets the kill, gets another. Can he do more? He's gone above. And what can he do? He knows where Baba to play. Yo, what a shot from Spawn! 1v4 to 1v1. This man, someone give him a cookie. It's a 1v4 that he's on the precipice of clutching. Taps the bomb, has a kit, will hold it down. Pros don't fake, bro. Pros don't fake. And, okay, he knows where Kazi is. Out of utility, out of life, almost 20 HP left. Oh, Spawn trying his very best, does so much damage, almost clutching the round. And, yeah. That was so very close. Props to Spawn, does a lot of economic damage there. And for those of you who are wondering why Sai isn't playing today, he's in Kolkata attending a LAN. So that's why Spawn is playing in his stead. But don't take anything away from this man. Maybe a stand-in, but he's playing like he wants that spot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he starts playing full-time again, he is going to definitely have the spot. But no, one of the other things that is really interesting about Spawn is the fact that he has stopped playing all that much. He doesn't practice all that much because of his personal commitments, and he's a student. I'm presuming he's pursuing architecture, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, that takes up a lot of time as well. And the way he has been playing, even though he has been out of touch, he doesn't play so many scrims, you know, his gameplay, his game style, and his game sense has not faded away. And Marzel is gonna get boosted up top on the bridge. And a very cheeky angle. I like this. It's not a very aggressive angle, and this is not something that Tees would rather expect, because, you know, he's not going in for that. You know, he's not watching the door or the tunnels, but he's just watching the cross, hoping that he'll find the frag. And Hellranger is going to get boosted up top as well, and Kazi will have to be really careful. If he gets taken down, this could be really devastating for the Terry side, because Oops is not in a position where he could trade Hellranger. There's absolutely no chance in hell that Hell is going to get traded. And well, Kazi is going to go down. He's going to fall back, and this is what I love about Entity, knowing when to fall back. Got the first frag. They're not going to be over ambitious. They'll fall back as well. Amaterasu just holding that angle is not going to find any sort of information, while Falcon gets taken down towards the B-bomb side. It is going to get reduced to a 4v4. Saz has a Mac 10 to work with. Marzel playing towards the barrels actually, and Hellranger is going to get taken out. Marzel though will get flushed out with the Molotov coming in, and Baba will go down as well. Can he get the same frag as well? What is even happening? Saz should have been watching the barrels, because the Molotov did go there. He's going to go down, being caught off guard, and Oops, you know, 2v1. Can he find the frag? Nope, he's going to be absolutely blinded for 4 seconds. He's going to try and sneak around. The nade is going to go in as Marzel is going to get taken down. Then nope, that is not going to happen. And Marzel will find another headshot onto Oops, getting 2 frags on 1 point of fill. That is absolutely beautiful.
Wow, Mazel. Hero plays from them for him, just burning alive, doesn't care, will still manage to do a lot of damage. Gets one frag, does a lot of damage onto the second, and then rounds up the final kill of the round on 1 HP. This is why Mazel is just so damn dangerous. And well, you pointed out absolutely correctly that Entity is a team that doesn't overextend. They play the game properly. The first kill Hellranger got, they didn't get overzealous, they didn't overstay their welcome. He gets the kill, both Amaterasu and Hellranger fall right back. And now Hellranger's getting a lot of information, spots out a couple of players heading towards Spawn. Spawn needs to be careful. He does manage 2 kills, but then hands over the AWP and Spawn. And Oops finds Hellranger. That's an AWP and an M4 recovered by War Gaming. They can actually make something happen. It's a 3v3, and the weapons are fairly distributed. The AWP is on the guy with the armor. I'd say that Kazi switches out for the M4 and lets Oops AWP. Glass Cannon AWP being a lot more viable of a weapon in my opinion, because it's a one shot, one kill above the waist, while the Rifler should always have the armor in order to protect from that aim punch. But well, I'm no professional gamer, I'm just a caster, as they say. So yeah, what do I know about this game, right?
No, but what you said is absolutely true, and you know, take it from a semi-professional player. But jokes apart, yeah, what you said is absolutely true, because you know that aim punch causes a lot of issue when you don't have when you have an assault rifle and do not have Kevlar. So there's gonna be a Amaterasu on that look, and this is such a masterful play coming in from Amaterasu. He is going to be on the backstep, and the Terry side is not going to expect this. Marzel will have to waste a lot of time, and he's playing it to perfection, not overextending, not giving away his possession. Amaterasu is going to check every possible angle, gets a person, gets a second as well. Can he get the third? And Amaterasu, you god, what a lurk! Even though it was not a flashy play, the thing that I really loved about this play was the fact that making sure he made sure that he did not overextend, did not give away his possession, and the awareness from this guy. What do I even say about that?
You know, I like the fact that Falcons managed to get his hands on a Bayonet Tiger Tooth, but what I'd really like to see is him showing off that howl. Pardon me, guys. I like my skins. Okay, it's on Hellranger, so that's whom I shall be following. That howl. Anyway, that was a god tier lurk coming out from Amaterasu. And, you know, take nothing away from Mazel there. Mazel did the perfect bait and switch, which allowed Amaterasu to get into a very favorable position and let him bag 3 kills there. He distracted like a god. Falcon peeks mid, is gonna get smoked off and fall back and gets taken down through the smoke. Not ideal. And Amaterasu, he's gonna line up 2 players just like that. No contest, no problem. And somehow manages to get the third as well. Now Amaterasu, all he needs to do is get his way out of there. Gonna molly himself. A little bit of Padmavat action, never really hurt anybody but the player there. But yeah, 3v2. But yet again, Amaterasu coming out with the goods. 3 kills, 3 early kills that too. And that's gonna set War Gaming on the back foot.
And Entity Gaming is just playing with absolutely no regards, even though they are doing everything. You know, it's a methodical play, but they still have no respect at all for War, and you know, they're making sure that they do not build up bad habits like overextending. So they are giving respect where it's necessary, but nowhere else. And Amaterasu, I don't even know how he got 3 frags from that position. That should not have happened. That should have absolutely not happened. Hellranger, it's going to clear out mid and party. We'll try and get some third information towards A long. We'll get it. Kazi almost being taken down, surviving on 46 points of health. And Hellranger will go on the backstab. But Spawn missing on the first shot. Can he get the second as well? It's going to be Scorpion. We'll find the second shot and says, why did you not trade him out? Why would you push the bomb side and not trade out the upper? My question will remain unanswered, and this is what happens when you watch comparatively inexperienced players going up against a team which is very structured and have a coach like Equitas.
And I'm really happy to see that Equitas's insights haven't been falling on deaf ears, because the way Entity have been playing this CT side thus far, it's just been pristine. Like, there have been very few mistakes made. Yes, the aggression didn't pan out in the one round that they lost, but that was still a good info play made by them. It got them insight into how they set up towards a B hit and how they can actually exploit the map. Otherwise, look at this, Amaterasu and Spawn. The aggression towards long is allowing the team to be passive towards B and actually shore up and prepare for an eventual B push. I like these positions. Falcon holding off the off angle towards B short, and yes, they've given up mid control, but they've got so much information. Although it's early days, and You know, if Wargaming were enterprising, they would have gone for map control. Overpass is a map that hinges on map control, but they're just going to walk into a crossfire that's already ready. And Falcon, Hellranger, they're just going to chime in with kills. But Falcon, he's the lone survivor. He needs to go huge. The last player is very low. And Falcon with a crucial 3k. That should bolster his confidence. We all know Falcon is a very confidence-based player. And that should go a long way in, you know, strengthening up his mental fortitude so that it allows him to frag better in the rest of this game.
And I've seen a couple of rounds where Marzel had the FAMAS. Now, I'm not sure if he's just playing with the FAMAS just for the fun of it, or he didn't have money. But I mean, he had $5,500 to work with, so I am not quite sure what he's doing. But yeah, so I remember Adi and I having a conversation about 4 or 5 months back of how viable the FAMAS is, and Adi isn't really fond of this weapon. And this was before the UMP got nerfed. So I mean, yeah, fine, I understand, you know, UMP was $1,200 and it was pretty OP, but you know, it's not as useless, or it's not as ineffective as Adi says, because you know, I've seen this weapon used up in a lot of situations. Though you know, its first shot accuracy is not the best, but it's still a viable option. $2,100, and for example, you have like $3,600 to work with on the CD side. Buying a flashbang along with the FAMAS to work with, it's something that's really effective to hold off those close angles. And the only problem with the gun is the fact that it has 25 bullets to work with. But the tactical timeout coming in from the terrace side, it looks like it is going to be a 3-2 split. Coming in from the terrace side, do not have a lot of guns to work with either. So Saz is going to get taken down. Amaterasu, so he's going to find the headshot. Hellranger waiting it out on top of connectors, and Kazi is going to be going in towards alongside Baba the Beast. And Hellranger, oh no man, almost being surprised right there, being startled by Amaterasu's footsteps. And Spawn is going to be holding that you know, aggressive angle with the op. So a pretty slow round coming from the terrace side.
And this is a bit of a problem because there's a slowly but surely inching their way in towards restrooms, and Spawn hasn't really. Now he's going to fall back, but the other players are going to hear it. Now it comes down to Amaterasu. He's going to try and spray transfer, and again Amaterasu delivering the goods time and time again. That's 2 quick kills for him, and he's got bomb control as well. Should be aware that there's a player right nipping at his heels. That's Finish. And Uts holding the close angle, but Marzel's going to get the kill, and now it's all down to Finish in a 1v3. Marzel's going to do the smart thing and fall back, and Amaterasu is going to relish himself a juicy little 4k yet again. Amaterasu, Mr. Consistent on Entity Gaming. No, a lot of people say that Sai, Hunter, A-Star, you know, these are the ex-Cali, they're the best players in the country, but according to me, it is this man, Mr. Amaterasu Adavat. He is just so consistent throughout every game. You can depend on him to, you know, have those crucial clutches, have those multi-frag rounds where he's going absolutely bananas, and that's what puts him right up there with the rest of the heavy-hitting fraggers and aim gods that our country has to offer. Because he not only can he aim, his thinking of the game is just absolutely pristine. And again, this long aggression is what has been doing War in over and over again. They have no idea how to play this map, it seems, because it's never really gone for any sort of map control. It's always been, chalo yaar, B-rush karte, khatam karte. Like, we're getting waters control. See, this is the point, right? अब चूहों की तरह बिल में छुप के कुछ नहीं मिलना इस स्टेज पे आके, ठीक है? This works in matchmaking when you can overwhelm a beat opposition. Marzel is going to get flashed out. He's completely blind. He needs to be careful. And Marzel is going to get shot down. But Falcon is there. Tries to get the refrag. Doesn't really get anything done. But they really need to do it a bit more consistently. Oh, Falcon with that nade could do a lot of damage. Does get. But look at where Hellranger is. And he's in with the flank even without realizing it. Mops up 2 quick kills. Finds Saz. But Saz will get the AWP kill onto Hellranger. Now Amaterasu again with luck, and there is Kazi right around the corner. He needs to be careful. Kazi sahi mein कीड़ा कर सकता है इस round में spawn के position का, but the main player to be worried about is Amaterasu, because this man is like a coiled viper who knows when to strike.
Well, at this point, I'm kind of surprised that Amaterasu is actually pushing up. I mean, even though they don't have the information, but he's going to spot the C4. Kazi is going to get taken out, going to find the second frag as well. Yes, he does. And I am... Okay, alright, so my question for this play, you know, when Amaterasu pushed, right? Spawn I understand that he needed some sort of backup, but he could have fallen back and just held off that angle so that he does not get pushed. And the second thing, the bomb did not go down, so I'm kind of surprised that Amaterasu actually pushed out. Now, against a better team, this could have backfired. What do you think about this bit?
I mean, see, the information that was at his disposal was predominantly why he pushed out. He knew, he saw that Long was completely cleared. There was nobody there. So he just pushed up. He took a gamble. And the fact that the hit had come in and the information that the team had gotten, right? Muzzle peeked out, got killed, and then Hellranger found 2 quick kills over towards the B bomb side. The bomb got spotted crossing into the B bomb side. So he knew that it's a 2v3. It's a 2v2 now. Hellranger's gotten 2 kills, and I think one player, it was Falcon who got the other. So he knows that there's just 2 players left, and they will not be, split up. They will be together. That's how teams should be playing. And he just took the gamble, and it paid off. And it was a gamble predominantly based on very good information that his teammates provided him.
Well, that's absolutely true, and Spawn is going to be holding the angle, gets the first back, try and get the second as well. He's going to spot him off, and the C4 has been picked up as well. Was spotted right there. The flashbang is going to be coming in, and Spawn, did he connect the shot? Nope, that would not happen, and Spawn is still holding off that close angle. I'm not quite sure why, and Hellranger is going to get taken on Saz with 2 amazing deagle shots, and Spawn will have to channelize it in a Guardian, and look at that, getting the third one as well. Can he get the fourth? Nope, that is not going to happen. He's going to go around the corner, almost connecting the shot, will get taken. Now my Oops getting a double headshot as well. It is going to get reduced to a 1v1. And Spawn doing a lot of work, and the Deagles on the terrace are doing a lot of work as well. Marshall is just going to hold that angle off, and is quite confident that he is going to push in from A-long and not from toilets. So finally falling back, 30 seconds on the clock. Now this is where the mind games come, start playing out, and Marshall being really smart. It's just going to watch the cross. He's not going to commit to it, and the Deagle shot is going to give away Oops' position, and well, he's going to get spotted. Marcel is going to get spotted as well. The bomb is going to get faked out. And oh my god, what was that shot? Marcel is going to get deleted off the server. And oh boy, what a round that was.
That was juicy. Wow. Wow. And like, here's the thing. Because Entity Gaming have been losing so many players in the rounds that they've won, their money isn't that great. Look at that. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds in a row. And they're already money broke. They have very little utility. Yes, they managed to field 5 rifles along with the AWP, but I mean, at what cost? They don't have utility. They don't have 5 M4s, no head armor, although they don't need it against AKs and the AWP. But this is the round that War should be looking to pounce and actually break Entity Gaming's economy and get 2 easy rounds on the board after this.
And oh boy, I'm still not over the fight. I'm not still over the last round, and I still have flashbacks, and I'm pretty sure Marcel is gonna have those flashbacks as well. Even though he's a very strong player mentally, and his mental fortitude is commendable, but it's just going to be one of those scars when you lose out a round which you should not have. But getting back to the game, Saz will be wielding that up, and Falcon is going to be absolutely blinded, and the flashbang from the CDs is going to be coming in as well. He's going to get spotted, but Marcel getting double frag, getting third one as well. Can he get the fourth? Oh my god, Marcel going god mode right there, getting a quad kill, and well, he's going to get traded out. Finally, Baba getting the frag onto Marcel. It is going to be Baba in a 1v3, and he was that anchor that you do not want to be going against while you're trying to take the side, and what a headshot onto Hellranger. We're on the corner. What a second shot as well. Spawn is going to get taken down, and oh boy, we are finding out that there are some great aimers on both sides of the teams, and War just actually impressing us with those aim duels, but strategically, is where they're lacking behind right now.
Yeah, their approach to overpass T-side has been their weak link so far. War, they can definitely aim that. And in fact, Tito from 2Easy Gaming was telling me the other day that War is someone that we should be keeping an eye on, because they have some truly gifted, mechanically gifted players. Although, just mechanics alone will not be enough to see you through a game of competitive Counter-Strike at this level. You need to do some amount of map control, some research, and okay, it's a fast play towards B. Players have gone in towards B short, and it's gonna be Falcon and Marzel and Amaterasu who's just gonna clean up this fast play towards the B bomb side. And Baba the beast, he's just living up to his name. Falcon completely blinded with the UMP is gonna get shut down completely, and now it's Spawn from B short, and Baba the beast is gonna wreck him a new one as well. Alright, another expensive round coming in for Entity Gaming. They lost 3 players. This is getting a bit too close for comfort, in my opinion.
To be very honest, those are some juicy headshots coming in from War, and I'm kind of surprised the way the CDs are being taken down, and those shots are actually pretty goddamn amazing. And someone should just take away these AK-47s from them and just, you know, hand them out deagles and be like, you know what, kids, you've been playing fairly decent with the deagles, just play with the pistols. But yeah, that is going to be the 11th round coming up for the CT side. Amaterasu is going to try and push up towards mid, and we have a 3-man stack, and Falcon is going to be pushing in short as well. The second tunnel has been mollied off. The smoke is going to be coming up as well, and I'm pretty sure the Terror side will have that information because of the way the smoke bounced. And if they don't, I mean, they won't just know the physics of the game. And Amaterasu is going to get taken down. Spawn on the look has so much information to play with. Finish is going to get taken down, and Spawn is going to be on the backstab. Baba is not going to realize and will get taken down, and Spawn, well, just being so fearless, realize that he's not going to look back. He's not going to expect a lurk at that point. And Hellranger holding that crossfire along with Spawn and getting a headshot. Saz is going to get deleted, and Mars will go down as well. Oops being taken out, and Falcon on the backstab to get a second as well. Well, he will, and that is actually going to be the 12th one coming up for the CT side.
Wow. And again, yet another round where War just get outplayed. Spawn with the early lurk, early push, the War people not expecting that, get shot in the back, and then again Falcon. See, this is the thing. The CTs are actually giving telltale signs of what they're planning to do. They Molotov off the entrance towards waters, and then you smoke it off. You know that they've gotten shot control. And the T's need to be wary of that. And there we go, Hellranger showing off his NA nading skills for everyone's viewing pleasure. And he's going to get caught out in the open yet again. He's going to chuck a nade just like that, just for the heck of it. And, well, it is going to be Spawn and Amaterasu who are going to clean house with the 3 players that pushed Fountain.
Someone needs to remind him that, you know, the nades do not get cooked in Counter-Strike. That only happens in PUBG, and he was holding out a nade expecting someone to push in and try and get that frag as well. But I cut you off right there. So, what are you saying again?
No, it's just that, again, right now the T's are quite fragmented. There's one in Connector, and the other player that's going to be Saz, who's holding towards Long Tree. And they need to group up because, well, I mean, Kazi does have a Mac 10 and an armor. I mean, he can channel his inner Hut G and get like 15 frags, like 4 frags, but I don't think that's happening. And Kazi just left an AK-47 just lying there. Why? Pick it up, bro.
He was too scared that he's going to make a sound and give away his position. But at this point, I would just fall back and pick that AK-47 up. But he's not going to do that. I'm kind of surprised at the decisions that these guys are making. They are quite questionable. And Hellranger, it's going to be pushing up in a 4v2, 36 seconds on the clock, trying to find that information. And Amaterasu getting the first frag. Kazi will come around the corner, will find the frag onto Amaterasu, and Hellranger will try and get that pre-frag, or maybe not. He's just going to wait it out. He will pass that information to his teammates. Mars will be going inside connectors and will try and find that frag, but nope. Kazi, 20 seconds on the clock, does have the C4 to work with, and 15 seconds. It is going to be extremely hard for him to plant the bomb down, but it's the last round. He will have to try and go in. And Mars will playing, actually it's Falcon playing such a beautiful angle, and that is going to be the scoreline at the end of the first half, 13-2 in the favor of Entity Gaming.
And my god, this just reminds me of yesterday's match, right? Brutality, same scoreline, 13-2 on Inferno. But thank god I'm not watching another Inferno game, and this time we get to watch Overpass. This is, by the way, for those of you, who don't really know who I am and why I'm talking, this is my favorite map in the game of all time. Overpass is just, this map is Bay. That's what it is to me. Amaterasu and Spawn.
20. I mean, collectively they have 45 frags.
Yeah.
What is even happening in this game? But well, Falcon is going to be the guy who's going to buy up the resources and sacrifice his Kevlar on the terrace side, and Spawn will be leading the charge. The flashbang blinding his teammate as well. And oops, yeah, the first one will have to fall back. Does not want to get taken down, and Amaterasu is going to go down as well. And the 3-man sack coming from the CGs towards mid is actually working out brilliantly. Hellranger and Falcon at 2v5. Is this going to work out? Hellranger on a masterful luck. We'll try and get the first one. Gets the first. Gonna get the second. Nope. Oops. Is going to shut him down right there. Falcon in a 1v4. Gets the first. Gonna get the second. Nope. Trying to get the frag. Will get taken down. And the scoreline is going to be 13-3 in the favor of Entity Gaming War, though. Picking up the first round in the second half and trying to set that comeback rolling.
Yeah, I mean, that was crucial for War. They needed that pistol round to try and get some injection of confidence back into their veins and, try and make something happen of this second half. And it's curious, they know that they're going to be up against pistols, but yet 2 players have opted to go without head armor. That could come back to bite them in the backside. Let's see how this plays out, because obviously Entity are going to go for the force buy. They have so many rounds to play with. They can actually try out a couple of strats and a couple of setups before actually starting to take the second half seriously. However, I'm not sure whether Equitas will be too happy with them throwing rounds like this, but It's going to be Saz to face towards long, and he doesn't have head armor. So he does the wise thing, because you know how random CSGO pistols are. One stray bullet to your face and you're just lying on the curb, your blood just in a pool of your own blood and poop. You don't want that, not in an anti-force.
Well, that would be quite literally, I mean, if you get taken down by a stray deagle or a P250 bullet while you don't even see the guy. But, well, it is going to be the smoke coming in. And what? Hell Ranger. This is what we were talking about. Stray bullets. And that is exactly what is going to happen. Saz is going to find the frag onto Hell Ranger. The nade is being primed up. The flashbang is going to be coming up as well. Kazi in such a wonderful position. No trigger discipline. Will find the first one. Trying to get the second. Will get taken down though. And this is why trigger discipline is of extreme importance. And Falcon in a 1v3 will spot the CT. Will try and find the frag. But nope. Is going to get denied. Is going to have his face ripped off, and that is going to be the 4th one coming up for Team War. Actually, War Gaming.
Yeah. And, well, 4-13, full eco for Entity Gaming. I mean, they should just play this conservatively and try and get it done as fast as possible. That would just give them the confidence that they need. You know, they're trying to prove that they're the best in the country, maybe even a top 10 team in Asia. Well, this is where you prove it. You need to, you know, just obliterate your domestic challenge if you want to be considered one of the best in Asia. You can't be giving up more than 7-8 rounds to your local opponents.
Well, that is absolutely true, and that speaks volumes for the sort of mindset that Equitas has. You know, even if you tell him that his team played decently, even if they win like 6-9, 6-10, he's like, you know, my team played like shit. They didn't play well. They made a lot of mistakes, and that, you know, is a standard that Equitas holds for his team. And, you know, that is the way he wants his team to play. You know, obliterating your domestic circuit and then going out for the Asian scene. And that is how he's trying to, you know, set the roadmap for Entity Esports, actually Entity Gaming. But Hell is spotting the CT right there, has the M4 to work with, Falcon with the M4 as well. Already has 2 flags to work with, no Kevlar whatsoever on these guys. And it doesn't make sense to fall back and save those guns up. So I would rather expect them to go out, but yeah, the amount of money they're gonna get is actually gonna be lesser than what they would actually wait what never mind. So the amount of money they are gonna be getting if they go out and die is actually gonna be lesser than the amount of you know, money it costs to buy those AK-47s up. So it might actually be a sensible play.
I mean, they might just want to try and get the bomb down. They know that there's 2 players towards the A bomb side. They might be just going for a trade play. They try and trade Baba, get the bomb down, get that extra $800 cash injection, and then play out the round from there. Maybe play the bomb, play the plant, and try and make something happen. But it's going to be very difficult because Baba's playing the long range angle, and he is going to have the advantage. They do have a smoke, and Falcon, oh my god, that is brutal. Because the bomb gets dropped in a very awkward position now, and Hellranger does find 1 kill, but he has to run through the Molotov. Oh, forgets to retrieve the bomb, but somehow manages to make his escape. And can he get the plant? Oh, that gets the plant. That's all that he would want. And more importantly, they got 3 players down, and most of these players had rifles. So that's a lot of economic damage done onto War Entity. Get the bomb down. That's $800 extra for them to take into the next round. So everybody will be able to buy the armor, the AK-47, and the utility.
And an AWP as well. Falcon, I'm pretty sure he's going to be dropping an AWP to spawn because he has $5,700 to work with. So that's $2,400 plus $800 for the bomb going down, and for Hellranger an additional $300 for planting the bomb. So that's a lot of money coming in for the terrorist side, and I'm kind of surprised that we do not have an AWP. So it is going to be a lot of resources being bought upon the terrorist side, and this could be a full-fledged execute coming in, and surprising War Gaming, because we do have an AWP onto Saz, who is going to be AWPing towards the B bomb side, I'm presuming. No man, towards the A bomb side, towards the party area, and Kazi throwing in the smoke. The Molotov is going to push him back, and that was a good play coming in. But that's 1 Molotov being taken away, and Oops is going to get taken down. Spawn is going to go down as well. Saz with an amazing angle. This is one of those angles which I was talking about that Ritz had absolutely no clue about. But Baba is going to get taken down. So is Finish. Marzil getting 2 frags, and well, he is going to take control of the entire B bomb set all by himself. The Molotov is going to go up as well, timing that Molotov so that his team has enough time to come in with the rotation. And that was such a wonderful play coming from Marzil. Saz is watching the backstab, is watching the push with the op in a 2v4 situation. I am not sure if they're going to go in, because that would just be ridiculous, to be honest. And Kazi is going to get taken down, and this is a time where Saz will fall back and try and salvage that op, but that is not going to happen because we do have a Maltharasu on the lurk, and Saz is going to get absolutely destroyed right now.
I mean, they know where Saz is, and I don't think they should allow him to save this AWP, but SAS doesn't really have a choice. There's another player. There we go, Amaterasu. They're just so aware. They just know this map inside and out. And this is where their war is completely wrecked. There's just SAS with $4,200, entities on 14 rounds, and almost like 2 players are on double eco territory. This is the worst possible position for war to be in. They lost too many players in those anti-ecos, and now they're going to have to pay the price for it. They don't have money. They don't have money, Mamba. They're broke. What do they do?
Well, we hope and pray that war comes out with a miracle, which is not going to happen, just by the way. And for me, this game is done and dusted because, you know, in the next round, war is not going to have enough cash to work with, and the terror side is just going to mow them down. I'm pretty sure they're just going to rush out towards B-bomb side, and I just went rap mode right there. I don't even know why. It wasn't even a fast play, and why was I talking so fast again? Well, nonetheless, Marcel is going to find the first track, trying to find the second as well. He's going to get, not being able to get the third SAS. So he's going to find the headshot on Marcel. Falcon getting 2 more, and this is sheer domination, obliteration, no respect at all for the CD side from Entity Gaming.
This is just... Well, this is the point in the Hindi movie where the doctor comes out of the operation theatre and says, Mem sahab, ab inhe dawa nahi, duaon ki zarurat hai. So please, everybody, send your power to war. Maybe just lend them your energy so that they can maybe mount a comeback, because this is looking like a sheer in-size word, in the words of the immortal Sai, who can't be here today because he's in Kolkata at the Edge LAN. एक हल्का सा चप्पल उड़ के लग रहा है इनके मुंह पे, is what he would say on stream. हल्का सा चप्पल खा लिया friends, मतलब हल्का सा.
No, but I'm pretty sure Sai would actually be kind of upset the way Spawn is actually playing. Would be really surprised and really, you know, wondering what is even happening. I mean, because Entity is not being Sai at all. Spawn has been playing so well, and the flashbang is going to go out towards the B-bombs at the last round coming up, and the CT side is going to be absolutely blinded. Marshall just going in, no respect at all, no fear at all, and the trade's not coming in time, and Spawn is going to be missing a lot of shots. Getting that second frag as well. It is going to be Saz all alone in a 1v4 again, and that was such a wonderful execute. I mean, if you guys download this demo and watch this execute, you'll see so many things happening, and the amount of practice that Entity has put in for this execute is going to be unreal. And Saz is just going to get taken down like a ragdoll, and the scoreline is going to be 16-5 in the favor of Entity Gaming.
Wow, that was a quick game. That was a really quick game. 16-5, and Entity Gaming just showing that they're in it to win it. They're not going to be taking any prisoners, no respect whatsoever. Just gung-ho, press W and mow your opponents down. It seems like Too Easy is going to be the only opponent that actually gives them a fight, and maybe even Team Invictus. Anyway, guys, that's enough of us. Back to the studio. Adi and Vagish, please, I know you're waiting to sink your teeth into this picture-perfect overpass that Entity just played. So take it away, guys. Take it away.
Alrighty then, Entity Gaming doing what they do best, decimating opposition left, right, center. Well, that's what happened with Wargaming currently.
Yeah, clearly they did not lack Sai at all.
Absolutely. In fact, back when Hunter was playing with Entity, they were doing absolutely good. Now when when Sai is still not playing with them, they're still doing good. So now we know Entity Gaming is good. It's not Sai.
Yeah.
Point to be noted, Sid.
Actually,
point to be noted, Nirav.
If anything, actually, Spawn played better than Sai ever would have, I think, to be honest. Because Spawn had some really important rounds. He also, in the second round, he had an ace stolen away from him by Marzel. Like, Spawn was actually chasing the fifth guy with a MP9. And I call it the TMP still, by the way. It's from CS 1.6 times. But yeah, the MP9. And Marzel was like, nah, fam, I got this. I'm stealing that kill. Like, don't take that $600. I want $300 for my FAMAS. Like, makes absolutely no sense. If I was Spawn, I would fly to Bangalore and smack Marzel over the head for that kill steal, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, and there's nothing much to say. Yeah, I would.
So you would spend...
I have done that. I have actually smacked Marzel over the head once.
No, you're telling me
when we were playing
if this was
in
happening,
TMG.
You would spend 20k.
It's not 20k, dude. I don't know which travel agent is ripping you off. It's like
called
6k
Air India.
return. It's 6k return.
To Bangalore.
Like, yes, I'm from Bombay when I was in Bombay, right?
What year are you talking about? What AD is this?
Even now.
No, it's not.
Yes.
What rubbish. So I need to talk to your travel agent, but tell me more about this game.
So yeah, more about this game, right? The thing is, one thing that stands out from me in this game is the sheer amount of times that war was eco. in the first 15 rounds in the first half when they were T. They were eco in the first of all, they went double eco twice in round number 2 and 3, and then again in round number 6 and 7 they were double eco first of all, and then in the 9th round it was their 5th eco, and then after that actually they won another eco in round number 11. That's their 8th eco, which their 6th eco. Which they won actually. Oops, with a crazy deagle shot on Marzel. Can't blame Marzel for that. And Marzel actually made up for it in the 12th round by like 4K in the B bomb side. And then again, round number 14 and 15 were forced buys by War. War. I had the variance spike in mind. Because,
it's okay. It's
no, honestly, it was
untrue,
actually that because
in
round number 2, the players were complaining about a variance spike in the server, and the short form for variance is War. So that's what was stuck in my head. But yeah, anyways, basically it was 8 ecos or force buys by War in the first 15 rounds of the game, and that doesn't bode well. And again, like Entity finally in their T side, they didn't show us anything special. The same thing with War. War didn't have any force. War didn't show us any map control. It was just every time they were just trying to brute force B, and Entity did the same thing on their T side. We're like, okay, we'll brute force B. We'll show you how it's done. And on the gun round, they did it. Entity won it.
Masterclass with Entity gaming.
It wasn't even a masterclass. It was just brute force. There was nothing. They didn't have to use any strats. And obviously on the flip side, Entity had really good map control on the A site, right? They pushed A long a couple of times, so hence they could have 3 players of the B bomb site all the time. Lot of those small information plays, right? It was completely on point. They weren't pushed by War, like I said earlier, right? If War has a chance, it's now because there's a substitute playing. But that substitute honestly played really well. He's just off the MVP award as well, actually. So I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, the first gun run on the T side by Entity, right? They win it. They completely wreck War's economy, and after that, it was completely. Like, it was just absolutely GG for them.
So who do you think, according to you, is the MVP?
It's Amaterasu. It has to be Amaterasu because there you go, 1.65 impact rating. Spawn was really close, by the way, with an impact rating.
Sharma ji ka ladka doing so well.
Yeah. Spawn actually was really close as well. With also he had the same amount of frags as Amaterasu, which is 24. Spawn had an impact rating of 1.52, but Amaterasu takes it simply because 2 4K, 2 2Ks, 3 3Ks, 1 4K. And a lot of revenge frags and a couple of entry frags as well. Spawn had a lot of entry frags as well. He had 6 entry frags. And Amaterasu also took it just because of his clutch stats, which was he won a one-on-one clutch as well. So
1v1 clutch.
Yeah, like, and I think even Hector from Flipside Gaming, Flipside Tactics, sorry, has always said that Amaterasu he thinks Amaterasu is the best player in India, and he's showing it right now. Smart plays. There was this really good backstab as well in one of the rounds. It was an eco round, but again, it was a 3v3. And Marzel baited really well for Amaterasu. But still, Amaterasu had a backstab and a 3K in that round as well. So it shows to you that his experience and his aim, everything is there.
To form the bigger picture there.
Yeah, I think, and I will actually say this as well. I think after we've lost Ace from the Indian scene, Amaterasu might very well be the best player in India.
Alrighty then, so with that note, on that note rather, we will bid you goodbye for a short while. In fact, Adi is going to bid you goodbye for the day. Yep. Adi, wave, bad manners. Good
Smile
boy.
And wave, boys.
Yes.
Smile and wave.
Good boy, Adi. I will give you your treats later. But for now, we will take a short break. On the other side, we have Dota 2 lined up. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Welcome back, everybody, to the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Season Masters League going on, and all this hullabaloo brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, and Intel, and presented to you by none other than ESL and Northern Gaming. Dang, dude! Like, so many big names have come together to join hands and make this once upon a time dream for casual gamers a reality. One man ought to get confused sometimes.
Yes.
Ought to get confused sometimes. I'm only human, even though my name has God in it. But moving on, we have... Okay, 1 second. Can the camera go back to this woman? What is with this poker face?
No, I'm using you to have God in your
What is
name.
with the poker face? No, you tell me today.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No,
it's all
no. The nation needs to know you tell me this today.
No, I'm just...
No, you tell me this today.
I mean, yeah, humans make mistakes. Gods don't. But yes, moving on to my favorite game of the day. It's going to be Dota 2. Are you excited? We're going to have two amazing teams battle it out today in Dota 2. And we're starting on time, so I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, Signify versus Reckoning.
Yes.
Infinity is what we have in store for you guys today. So before we head off into the game, let's quickly take a look at the teams. First of all, let's start off with Signify. Alright, we're back again here. So Signify.
Yeah.
Crowley, aka Bacha's team.
Yeah, so Signify, as you know, you were a little shocked seeing Swifty on the screen.
Yeah, I thought last I checked, Swifty said it on social media that he had retired.
No, that is not true. I don't know which Dota Indian community you are following.
There's only one
Swifty,
Dota India.
Swifty was in ROG Titans before this, and then after that he switched
resigned
to his rival
and he's
team.
like, okay, I'm going to quit Dota and everything.
That was Bari. That was Zedisbak.
No, Zedisbak quit before that.
Yeah, so nobody has quit from the Indian Dota 2 scene. We had Swifty who went and joined his rival team Signify, and that's why ROG Titans has now taken ZXC as another player in their team. And now Ronak and Crowley does not play mid for Signify. He switched to the 4th role. Now he plays the 4th role support, the roaming support for Signify.
Good.
Yes.
Given the kind of laid-back attitude the guy has, 4th role support definitely suits him. In fact, let's quickly take a look at Reckoning.Infinity. Alright, we're back again with the main studio segment here, Team Reckoning Infinities, who we just had a look at.
Yeah, they are from Pune. And they played their first game against Team Akatsuki just 2 days ago. And they had a splendid performance. They ended at 24-7.
I told you, man. I told you, these guys are definitely on either Loni, Manjri or Sancheti.
Yeah.
Boys from Reckoning, if you guys are hearing me, let me know which one of them is here. I might be visiting your city soon, so let's hang out together with some of Loni for that point of matter. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are watching us from Pune are going to be sniggering that how does this man know of Loni? So these are code names for certain areas of Pune.
Okay, so I'm very new to this. Next time when I go to Pune also, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check that out. Now coming back to these teams, so Reckoning Infinity also love to end the game in the first 25 minutes. I've seen them play Akatsuki and they have this kind of job where they pick up the gyro, they love the gyro as they pick up, they have fun with that hero. And Signify is very versatile. They do play in the international scene as of now. They love to play the Dark Willow, the Tusker, one of their favorite pickups. So I'm hoping to see whether they still go on with the same combination coming into this matchup, or are they going to change it up a little bit? It's Signify. They can experiment. They are the winter season finale winners. They're of course a top-notch team in the country. So Reckoning started off on a very good note at Akatsuki. They won that first game. This is a tough one for them to take on, I think.
Alright then, so let's quickly head off into the draft and see what's going to be in store for us. So I'm presuming the draft is already underway.
Yes.
And the teams have already made their first bans. Nyx Assassin Balanar, aka Night Stalker now, banned by Signify, whereas Reckoning have gone ahead banned Dark Willow. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting bans coming in from both the teams here. In fact, the Nyx was used in yesterday's game.
Yes,
Yesterday's game was
Nyx
Nyx.
Assassin.
Yes.
I mean, even the Dark Willow and the Tiny, two of Signify's favorite pickups, so they're getting banned. I feel Reckoning have done their homework on Signify. I know that Signify loves to play with these very versatile heroes who right now are fitting the meta beautifully. Even though Tiny has got a little bit of nerf to himself, the Avalanche Tossed has got a cooldown now at per level. So, but I don't think that affects him that much, so maybe that's why the ban is very necessary. The Shadow Shaman gets banned out over there, and Shadow Shaman, very strong support, can be played in 4th or 5th, works very well with heroes like Luna. We saw this pick yesterday going up, and it kind of created havoc. So Signify is like, we don't want to take this game too long, we want to finish this soon, so let's just ban a hero that could end this game soon. Reckoning deciding to ban off the Omni Knight as their 3rd pick. Omni again very strong, works very well with any kind of carry, also works well with a mid laner like an OD or something, so better give him a ban. But Signify replies to that with their first pick of the day. It's going to be the Sand King, and Sand King also a favorite in the ESL India Premiership. I think we've seen him about in 3-4 games already.
Every day of Dota we see a Sand King.
Definitely. And Tusker going to be picked up by Reckoning Infinity. They really don't want to give this hero to Signify as of now. They want to play it safe. Tusker getting shown as a 4th role support for Team Reckoning Infinity. And they're looking to pick their secondary hero. They could go for their 5th support. Could be the Witch Doctor, the Disruptor. Very well fitting into this meta as of now. Going to take some time to pick this. They could also opt to go and pick up their offlaner as of now. If they choose that, the Elder Titan still in the pool. What would be your... If you had to ban, or you had to pick a hero, what would be your pick? Let's see how the Gyrocopter. Again, another pickup in the ESL India Premiership that has been very prominent. We have seen this happen over and over again. The Gyro being a favorite carry, and he gets up a quick pick here. Now, Gyro can be countered by a lot of heroes. The Terrorblade still in the pool, works very well against the Gyrocopter if he is splitting and pushing these lanes. But I think my new carry favorite would be the Luna, because she's been creating havoc from yesterday. Yeah,
definitely. I might also end up seeing a Witch Doctor. Who knows? Because Witch Doctor has also been pretty often seen in this current edition of the ESL India Premiership.
I mean, even in general in pubs, Witch Doctor has about like a 64% win rate. So, but it's going to go with a Pang. I'm very interested about this pickup. It's going to be an off-lane Pang coming in from Signify as of now. And they're going to showcased it very beautifully here. They're not really showing their 5th role support, giving Reckoning the option to either pick their support now so Signify could easily counter it, or giving it some more time to decide what they want to work with. For now, the bans are on the way again. Reckoning got to be a little careful about this one, because the OD is in the pool, the Templar Assassin, the Queen of Pain.
I'm very sure there might be a Queen of Pain here. They banned a Lifestealer. I'm pretty somewhat sure that we might end up seeing a Q.
Maybe a Storm's.
Alrighty then, we're back again with the thicker things here.
I'm still engrossed in the draft.
Yeah, we're still engrossed. I'm pretty sure I might end up seeing a Viper also. You never know when you might.
That's
a good Viper.
Go make till the draft is over. It's always last minute they'll decide, okay, you play this and I'll play that. So it could be a Monkey going mid, or Monkey even going in the off lane with the Pang going as carry, anything. Signify does anything. But good response coming there from Reckoning Infinity. They have picked up the Doom. They're looking to pick their mid. Options still open for them. The Templar Assassin could fit into this draft. They also have the DK if they need more tank, but they have the Doom still available. So I don't see the tank problem here. They could even opt to go for the Storm Spirit.
But they banned Queen of Pain. They knew this was going to be trouble for them.
Yeah.
So maybe Signify might end up banning Viper if they don't want Reckoning.
Tinker.
Or a Tinker.
Because
or even a Timbersaw for that.
Even a Timbersaw. But if I'm looking at the mid, the best options right now for Reckoning Infinity would be the Puck and would be the Tinker, because then they have the advantage of...
Oh, they've actually banned Viper. I knew this was going to happen.
Congratulations, Bigish. That was a very good ban coming in there.
I am telling you, the more I see these guys play, I know exactly what's running in their minds.
And I think over time we see teams stick to a certain kind of layout that suits their play style. So good going there. Good going there. So Viper getting a ban. Viper getting a ban, and Reckoning looking up to see what Signify is going to pick up as a last pick. They still do have...
I'm very sure they might end up taking a... how would I say? Luna would be a good pick in this case.
Luna would be Phantom
There would be a
Lancer,
good Luna.
Terrorblade.
In fact, it'd be pretty fun if they picked up a Pugna. A Pugna would be a very, 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 very bad thing for a lot of people.
But it's going to be the one dreaded hero that we've been talking about so much. The Shadow Fiend gets picked up by Signify. I'm hoping to see Crowley play that Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll be going
I think
for
he'll
that.
be playing
the Disruptor or the Sand
King.
King. One of these two. But Reckoning got to think of this one, because if that's a mid Shadow Fiend, what you're going to send up against that's going to destroy it. Now we have three options that could really work well, and that's a Templar Assassin, a Puck, or Storm Spirit. And they're opting to go with the Templar Assassin. And I see both the drafts, and I would say that Signify have a more versatile draft, but Reckoning have a more destroying draft.
Yeah. So, minor announcement now. The reason why we cut off the stream in between was because our streaming partner had a technical difficulty. So now we're back in the thick of things here. So Angela Gonzalez.
Wow, you just used my gaming name with my surname.
Yeah, I feel very happy I'm not calling you Anjali on stream.
You just did.
Okay, I did.
You just did.
I just did. No, what kind of feels is this game giving you, man?
I feel this game would not go on more than 25 minutes.
Not more than 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that. Okay, so I'll just be more frank. I mean, Signify is they're just really experienced, better players. But I know Reckoning can hold themselves through because their draft says so. And if they are able to hold their draft correct and play correct, I think they could give Signify a very tough competition and can put Signify on their, like not get in that comfortable position and be like, you know what, we're bringing you the fight, because they've already won one game against Akatsuki. They come in strong. I'll put my bets on Reckoning Infinity, even though Signify is the top team. I always like to cheer for the underdogs.
Come here. Give me five. All right, so Signify or Reckoning Infinity versus Signify happening right about now. Vivek, Venkatramana and Floki are going to be casting this game. So over to you, gentlemen. Let us see what's in store for us.
We are back and we are live with the ESL India Premiership. This is the summer season, phase 1 indeed. We've got Reckoning Infinity facing off versus Signify. A newer organization with newer players facing off versus one of the biggest names in Indian Dota. And Vivek, with me is Floki. We're going to be taking you through this one. Chat asked for a Broodmother pick, but Reckoning Infinity, I mean, they didn't entertain us. We do see a 4-position Pangolier though.
Yeah, but you can see that Signify did sort of anticipate the last pick fruit, so they did pick up the Shadow Fiend. But instead, Reckoning Infinity looks like they knew what was going to happen and they instantly responded with a TA pick for Moon. Perhaps they had already decided that no matter what the matchup is, they'll still give Moon his TA. It is one of his signature heroes, so...
Yep, I mean, here's the hilarious thing, right? It's Avada who they wanted on the Brood. Avada is playing the Bane. I mean, I'm sure he must be a Brood picker in his pubs, but... unlikely that Reckoning Infinity would experiment with their roles and positions this early on.
Okay, and look at the Signify. Looks like they're aware of the smoke rotation that is happening early on, but Crowley... can he get spotted in the bottom lane? He might be in some trouble here.
In no man's land, and gotta be careful. He's got Monkey King further to the north. Avada catches him out with the Nightmare Cock. He's holding onto that skill point. The shots are there. And with the Rocket Barrage, they'll bring him down. Avada draws first blood.
Oh boy. Crowley's just getting cut out like that, but that's okay. I'd rather give them Disruptor than the Monkey King. Signify, they still managed to pick up 3 bounty runes though, so still a win for them. Kark? They eat a bunch of right clicks from Blizzard, but unfortunately for Blizzard, Kark puts his point on Scorched Earth and runs away. So no Jingu for him.
The Tusk even chipping in the mid lane with the shard block there. Helping Moon get a better block in. Avada, he's gonna hang around main. I like this Bane pickup. I mean, we did see a lot of Southeast Asian teams just pick up the Bane, send him mid, mess with the enemy mid lane, and Avada's going to do just that. A lot of lulls in chat for a Templar Assassin pick. but I think Templar Assassin is one of the better laners versus the Shadow Fiend.
He just directly counters the matchup. I mean, I don't know why chat would lull that. Like, TA completely destroys SF mid with a few levels.
You're also a bit soft, Floki.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? As soon as the Templar Assassin hits 6, she's gonna get a traps, and if Swifty comes forward to get any sort of last hits or gets greedy with his raises, he's gonna end up dropping because Refraction has a lot of charges then. So Moon is not gonna take any damage from the raises and can just go ham onto Swifty.
There is some damage over time for Signify. The Disruptor and even Pangolier with that Swashbuckle. Multiple instances of damage. Should help chew through the Templar Assassin's Refraction.
Indeed. They also have the Disruptor Thunderstrike to deal with that. One of the better spells, I think, in this game to deal with the Refraction. So Crowley should be looking to get that off. But Swifty in the mid lane in terms of last hits isn't doing too bad. He's picked up 7 Necromastery Souls for himself. Something that's a little unusual in this matchup. But nevertheless, Moon, with a few levels, he should be dominating this matchup.
Yeah. Crowley chases Kark all the way to the mid lane. Kark TP's out. The wave equilibrium heavily messed up here in Doom. Should find some EXP under his tier 1 tower soon.
Indeed. I mean, that's a massive creep wave coming in. One way to deal with this big creep wave is by holding the creeps out of your tower, but looks like Blizzard didn't want to sacrifice a lot of regen in order to make sure his creep equilibrium stays. What I've seen some players like to do is that they'll just push in the wave under the tower now that they've gathered a big creep wave, and they look to reset with the next wave, so it'll meet somewhere close to their tier 1 tower, and hopefully then Blizzard will be able to stabilize the lane.
Reckoning Infinity, trying to catch Negi with the shots, but he's going to burrow over them.
Yep. This top lane is a hard place to kill for Reckoning Infinity. You have Pangolier who just goes over the shards. You also have Sand King with the Burrow Strike.
Yeah, Negi actually looking to turn. Does have that 1 point in Caustic. Abada's got to be careful. Negi does hit level 3 in the midst of that gank. Puts the point into the Burrow Strike. So he's got 2 points in the Burrow. He could have actually burrowed aggressively, but it was unlikely that he'd find the kill. And Negi makes the safer play, consumes his mango, gets the hell out of them. Down bottom though, Kark does get glimpse. 4 stacks to Jingu upon the Monkey King. Kark looks to turn with the Infernal Blade, but Blizzard with the Boundless Strike gets the kill for himself.
Yeah, and look at what Signify did. As soon as the creep wave pushed in, they took advantage of this to build up Jingu stacks and instantly killed the Doom. So Doom is gonna miss out on a bunch of creep experience, but it's still a lot of experience that's headed his way.
Yeah, they're going again. The kinetic field will hold Kark in place. TPs are coming in. Blizzard does have the Boundless Strike. Doesn't even need to use it. He could actually turn upon the Tusk, but the Tusk does end up cancelling his TP as he was dropping low up top. I think Negi with the Burrow Strike, yeah, he cancelled his TP. Blizzard would actually be a little disappointed with that, because with 4 stacks of Jingu and the Boundless, I'm pretty certain he would get the kill on the Tusk as well.
Indeed. The thing is that the Doom managed to pull the creeps, but every single time they went under the tower, they had the counter of the creeps, which is why Signify, they didn't have to tank the tower hits. Blizzard was able to bring up the Jingu stacks, and with that, cut down Kark.
Yep.
But Kark still has some creeps under his tower, and hopefully now he should not die and get some XP for himself.
He should. Moon is struggling. Really struggling at mid.
Okay, this is a bit of a surprise. You don't really expect this from the matchup.
Yeah. I mean, Swifty, he was top 10 SEA at 1 point.
I mean, this guy is worth his salt, so...
Yeah, he's gone up against the best. He knows the mid lane probably better than anyone in India. Up top, Negi. Trying to apply as much pressure as possible onto the gyrocopter. They aren't doing too bad of a job here, as you can see the CS difference between the gyrocopter and the Monkey King.
Yeah, it is quite apparent at this point, and the faster Blizzard comes online, the better he's going to be able to deal with the gyrocopter. Blizzard is one of those, on his Monkey King, is one of those few heroes that can actually match up to the gyrocopter early on and take a man fight against him, solely because of the Jingu Mastery stacks and the Boundless Strike being almost a mini Satanic. Top lane. Oh, never mind, mid. Moon, just gonna TP out.
Yeah, TP's out, TP's back to the tier 1 tower. But it is a base trip for him, or at least a trip to the shrine, which is now active.
Yeah. This matchup is not going well for Moon. I think he should start to look for ancient stacks for himself so that he can fall back on those and reliably recover. I think at this point it'd even be worth it to just sort of put Bane near the mid lane, make sure that the he doesn't die and get ancient stacks for her.
I think it's kind of late. I mean, I don't know. Wrecking Infinity, they've they tried to shut down the Signify offlane. They aren't doing enough really. I mean, he's still getting EXP. He's actually getting a lot in terms of CS as well. He's just one CS behind the Templar Assassin, so I'm not really sure if that's on the jungle. I'm not sure where Negi's finding the CS from, but he's doing well on the offlane.
Yep. I mean, it's mostly the dual lane that's doing wonders, but might just end up falling here. Or are they just gonna take the bounty totem back off?
Down bottom cock ends up falling once more.
Yeah, this Doom he's not doing too well. I think what he should try to do is shift over to the jungle, use his Diva and start farming jungle creeps. The only time he can really afford to get experience in his lane is when the creeps are directly under his tower.
Yep. Look at this. Signify. I mean, Swifty, he's read them like a book. He throws out the scan, expects Tusk to make that rotation, and doesn't end up getting caught there. Crowley's also moving mid in case the Tusk does look to make a play. They could try to go up on Moon, who doesn't have a TP this time around. Moon looks to turn Negi, TPing into the mid lane. The kinetic field is there. They have the glimpse. I don't think they're even going to need it. Moon does have the refraction, so he might survive. He's trying to bring down Crowley, but he will end up falling.
Yeah, these 3 heroes on the side of Signify, bringing down the core of Reckoning Infinity. This is exactly what they need to do. Crowley
might take down, eats a tango, but one ends up surviving.
Yeah. Looks like Crowley got a little greedy there with the Arcane Rune, but that's still good because Doom with Diva doesn't really... You don't really want to give the Arcane Rune to a Doom because then he's going to use Diva a lot more. Which is a level 1 Diva, mind you, and the spells have a pretty long cooldown. Top lane though.
Yeah, top lane, you got the kinetic field and the swashbuckle cooldown coming up from Riha. Gonna zone them out. They're gonna glimpse back the gyrocopter. Negi goes in once more with the power strike. Riha does drop the rocket barrage, but it is being shared in with the thunder strike and the damage coming out from Negi. They'll bring down the gyrocopter.
Yep.
The one thing, I mean, if there's one weakness in this Signify draft, is that I personally feel that Pangolier as a 4 position doesn't offer too much until he hits level 6. I mean, you're kind of your lanes are somewhat weaker.
Okay. Yeah. The lanes are somewhat weaker, but this Pangolier, as soon as he hits that level 6, with the Rolling Thunder, he's gonna be going around the map securing a bunch of kills for his team.
Absolutely.
And Rolling Thunder is one of those few spells that can actually completely chain stun you if you manage to get it off near a cliff or something that you can bounce onto. Even the Tusk shots could be very helpful in this regard because you can bounce off of Tusk shot with the Pangolier ulti.
Crowley with the short range glimpse, Swifty with the damage. Moon will end up falling. Reckoning Infinity, they're going to TP in. They've dropped the call down. They want Crowley at the very least. He's got stick charges, wand charges. He's going to try to run, but Riha will give chase. Turns further east. And the rocket barrage doesn't quite connect to bring down the disruptor. Swifty actually try and force the issue here. He's all by himself. Crowley coming in, drops the kinetic field. They do have a sense as to where Riha is. And Riha with that homing missile should get the distance. He has nowhere to go really. Crowley even drops an observer ward on that cliff just to get vision. And it's 3 points in the glimpse. They should be able to glimpse him back. They're keeping the chase going. No chance. Walking in. Wait, Crowley stood still. Okay, are they going to glimpse him now? What? Crowley?
What? Wait, no chance? No chance? Give him vision! Oh boy.
So, Crowley stopped moving.
And so did No Chance. Like, I think there was some miscommunication between them, but mid lane, Moon.
Yeah, they're going to move in on to Moon. They're going to glimpse back the Templar Assassin. The razors will connect. Moon pops his wand charges, looks to stay alive, but he's going to end up falling. Swifty with the race. Crowley will toggle the Nightmare, but the Brain Sap will secure Moon the kill on the No Chance. Wait,
yeah,
what?
he managed to get it with the Cyanide Trap.
Okay.
From the grave.
No, wait, but the side trap doesn't...
It deals damage now.
Oh,
okay.
Changed it. I thought you needed the talent to... Okay, the talent increases the damage, my bad.
Yeah, the talent increases the damage now. Negi in this top lane, he's managed to do pretty well for himself. His power present bottle, 10 minutes into the game. 1-0 and 1 on his Sand King. I think he's trying to go for the more tanky frontlining build against the lineup of Reckoning Infinity, because that's what they're really lacking if you look at the lineup of Signify.
Yeah.
Neither Blizzard nor Shadow Fiend, the damage dealers on the side of Signify, want to be on the front lines, because that means you're the first target to get doomed. So Negi is trying to fill in that role by building these early tanky items with the treads and the Vanguard that he's queued up now. Mid lane though.
Oh yeah, hearing these drum charges at mid, Swifty caught on the wrong side of the shots, will end up falling. Takes the tusk with him, the Requiem. Doing enough to bring him down.
I mean, did you see what Swifty did there? The only reason he got the kill was because he moved closer to the tusk, so he made sure that the Death Requiem dealt full damage. And Swifty, even out of a worse situation, he manages to find a kill.
Problem is, I mean, the lanes have been going on and there aren't any huge team fights. But if you take a look at the net worth, Signify have a 5,000 net worth advantage. It's ridiculous. They're going to go in, the Power Strike and the Epicenter is there. Swashbuckle for good measure. Real looking to run, drops the call down, and with the Brain Sap, they're going to find the Sand King. No chance trying to escape, not level 6. Has one charges, but the Fiend's Grip is there. Cock with the Centaur Conqueror Stomp will offer more control as they bring down the Pangolier. They lose the Gyrocopter, but they're going to find 2 in exchange. And Crowley is just chilling on the mid lane. He's got the Siege Creep with him. Moon needs reinforcements, but I think Reckoning don't have TPs. Tusk is moving mid.
I think Moon moves to the jungle now. He can't afford to push out his mid lane safely anymore, because Swifty is just going to keep doing this. And if Moon sticks around for too long, Crowley can just come in, so can Negi, and they can find the kill on Moon. I think the safest play for him is to go to the jungle, farm the Ancients, farm those camps, look to get his Desolator, and then maybe with the Roshan they can turn the game around for Reckoning Infinity. I mean, I'm looking at the lineup and I'm seeing that they don't fight for the next few minutes because they're behind in terms of levels and in terms of farm.
Found iced along with Crowley. This was a smoke pop by both. Suppose they are going to glimpse him. He didn't find anyone to snowball onto. He's going to end up falling as well.
Crowley's going to pick that kill up. And once again, this is really what Signify need to do. Every single time you have one ultimate up, use it to find a kill, maintain the tempo that you have, and this is what I really think the patch is all about, maintaining the tempo. You be the aggressors and you make sure that you don't give the enemy team a lot of space to farm and come back.
The other noticeable change in Signify, which no one has quite pointed out, I'm going to get back to that later. No chance with the Rolling Thunder, moving through the mid lane, bouncing off a wall, coming back in once more. Ice TP's in, gets stunned, but he does see Swifty. Will try and control him with the Walrus Punch, does glimpsed back. Swifty dropping really low, will strike stomp on the floor, coming up from Crowley in the nick of time, and Blizzard's there. The Wukong's command will be enough to bring down Nawada. He moves on to Ice, he finds Cock as well. Blizzard acting as the perfect bait for Crowley to set up that Static Storm.
Indeed. And Blizzard, he doesn't give two hoots about them going onto him, because he's always going to have the Chingu Mastery as well as the Boundless Strike to find the missing HP that he loses at the start of the team fight.
Yeah, I mean, one of the bigger changes in Signify that no one's really spoken about, or not many people know of, is that Crowley is now the captain.
Mid lane?
Yeah, I catch that. Riha turns around with the call down, the rolling, the Pangolier, he's there, will do his thing, will bring down the Gyrocopter and get stuck like a broken cassette, but there's not much he can do. He watches as Swifty channels the Requiem, lets it loose, they'll bring down the toss, they're moving for more. Moon doesn't have the refraction, Negi's got a Power Strike coming up, cooldown, but here comes Cock with the Doom with the Hadouken creep, trying to bring down Swifty. Moon chasing forward, but Negi, two-man Power Strike, controlling both Moon and the Doom. The Sandstorm, that's going to bring down the Temporal Assassin. And Cock, he's still searching for Swifty. Swifty might actually end up surviving, he indeed does, but Cock might not be that fortunate as Negi keeps giving chase elsewhere to the north. Blizzard does find Awada.
I mean, Signify is just running all over Reckoning Infinity right now. And Reckoning Infinity, they're trying to fight back, but they don't have the levels, they don't have the farm. You can't really fight back into the lineup of Signify.
Negi goes in, Power Strike, Epicenter, Riha respawns, TP's back into the lane and might just end up falling once more. Indeed, the glimpse is there and no chance on the Pangolier with that Swashbuckle, finds the kill for himself. Moon, along with the rest of Reckoning Infinity, trying to force the issue, looking for a fight. The snowball is there, but Tusk out of position, might end up falling. Crowley doesn't have the glimpse for a couple of seconds, but Blizzard, he's building up the Chingu. No chance with the Swashbuckle. Blizzard with the damage, doesn't even need the Boundless Strike. Chasing forward for more, has the primal spring, bumps into Awada. Awada looks for the nightmare. The question is, will he get it? The answer is no. As Moon pops the Mel, looks to hide. Crowley getting vision with the kinetic field, will glimpse back the Templar Assassin. Negi with the burrow. No chance with the swashbuckle. And Moon, he has nowhere to go. Goes into the meld once more. The call down coming through from Riha. But Moon being controlled might end up falling. Crowley with the Thunderstrike finds the kill. Riha doing a fair amount of work with the flak cannon. Negi whiffs on the burrow. Blizzard with the Wukongs looking to turn things around. Has the Boundless Strike. Moves forward for the Gyrocopter. While Swifty with the razors will bring down the Tusk. It's been 4 fights in the span of 3 minutes. And Reckoning Infinity have lost all of them.
Yep. Just look at the net worth advantage that Signify has. It's not even 18 minutes into the game. 19k advantage for them.
Yeah, they're farming 1,000 gold a minute. And,
exactly.
I mean, it's not creeps. It's heroes.
Farming 1,000 gold ahead of Reckoning Infinity. That's really what the net worth indicator is telling me right now. And I think what Reckoning Infinity and what any team just needs to do in order to beat Signify is to realize that what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to 5-man early on. They're gonna try to pounce you. They know that they're better than you mechanically. I mean, I guess Signify would probably think that since you won the last ESL India Premiership pretty convincingly. So the right thing to do from these teams is to try and minimize their losses, get the course farm, and try to take it towards the mid to late game. If you keep trying to fight Signify early on, they're just gonna 5-man into you and they're gonna beat you because of the superior mechanical skill.
I mean, you're hoping that... Okay, look at this. Blizzard has the Jingle, moves in, finds the Doom, gets doomed but doesn't care. Moon standing in the Static Storm will end up falling down. Iced, being controlled by the Rolling Thunder. Awada glimpsed out of position. The Nightmare won't do much. Riha TP's in, doesn't do squat either. But Iced with the Walrus Punch finds the Monkey King finally. But Signify, they get all 5 heroes from the side of Reckoning Infinity and they're moving down the bottom lane.
They found 1 kill onto the Monkey King and even then they have a 20k net worth advantage on the side of Signify.
Absolutely. I mean, so the thing is,
let's just be honest. Reckoning Infinity are getting.
No. I think the thing is that, I mean, when you play better teams, I think when you start playing versus better teams, your first objective should be not to lose your lanes. I think that's where everything starts to go wrong. And if you look at TNC, when 1437 started leading them and was captaining them, one of the first things that TNC started changing about their playstyle was winning their lanes. But Reckoning Infinity, they've lost their lanes, they have a 20,000 net worth deficit, and they're trying to force the issue here. Signify now marching with the Crimson Guard, and Crowley's going to keep doing this to you. He glimpses back Ice, the Nightmare will buy him time, but the Swashbuckle and the damage is there.
Yeah. Reckoning Infinity right now, they're still trying to fight into the lineup of Signify. Look at the top lane. The top lane is all empty. One of you needs to go there, push the top lane, make space for your heroes, threaten the towers. That's what
Blizzard,
you need to do right
he's
now.
running into Cork here. Has the Sanjani Usher for the move speed, but the Nightmare coming out from the Bane, Nabara even tosses out the Enfeeble. No chance with the Swashbuckle, doesn't connect. Blizzard lets loose the Wukong command. The Burrow's there along with the Epicenter. Moon, he'll be eliminated before he can do any damage. And Ice buys back, TP's in, cancels his TP.
Oh boy.
I
mean, do you really want to do that? Signify just beat you in a 5v5 team fight. Okay.
Okay, they've got Swifty with the Fiend's Grip, but the Boundless and the Static Storm. Even the Swashbuckle for good measure. Awada dropping low. Ice, he's gone in with the Snowball, but the damage just too much. One more raise would have done it. But it seems as if Reckoning Infinity have tapped out.
Yeah. Once again, Signify is just dominating the lanes, 5-manning early on and destroying Reckoning Infinity.
It's that simple. I mean, this is one of those patches where the laning phase matters usually. And, I mean, I really couldn't pinpoint any error on Reckoning Infinity's part as far as the laning is concerned. One thing's for certain though, I mean, those two supports, they weren't winning top. So what were they doing really? I mean, that's a question that Reckoning Infinity would like to look into. They played well. Unfortunately, Signify is just a whole lot better. Anyway, folks, that's it as far as the Dota 2 broadcast is concerned for the day. My name is Vivek. You can find me at facebook.com/VWWAKcasting. He's at www.facebook.com/FlowKeyDota. We're a bunch of casters from AFK Gaming and you're watching the ESL India Premiership. Hit the sub button. Games every day. CSGO starts out early in the day. Of course, the schedule always in the description. But that's it from us and we throw it over to Angie and Wagish to break down this game.
Alrighty then, Signify have signified that they're in town and they're here to take the crown back home. Signify wins this game against Reckoning Infinity.
Yeah.
I'm informed that the Monkey King done by Balaji Ramnarayan was predominantly something which you really liked.
Yes, I think he played fantastically well. I think most of the teams forget that the carry of the team is very important to kill. And as I saw this game proceed at the early levels, we saw the Doom really was struggling against the dual lane of Signify. It wasn't even a tri lane. They sent duo top, a mid and duo bottom. And that kind of showed that Signify was very confident with their laning phase. And Doom coming in the early stage of the game, you know, he took these creeps and he went roaming around and he went back. And I saw Crowley typing that, okay, because if you take the creeps and go away from the Radiant side, in the end, the push will come stronger to your tower, which works well if you're playing Dire. But at the same time, what happens if the carry and your support come in with the creeps and kill you? Because then you're taking the pressure off the creeps and the two players. And that's what actually happened with Reckoning Infinity. The Doom really couldn't survive the dual lane and Blizzard was just left free to farm. While we saw Reckoning did shut down Swifty in the mid quite a bit. They tried their level best to get that done for themselves. But
I think they got stuck with the fact that, oh, they didn't try to shut down Swifty, they forgot the other 4 people.
Exactly. I mean, it happens, you know, when you have 5 really good players, even if you let one of them slide, he is going to come up very strong. And as I was seeing the net worth of all the whole game in 19 minutes, all the 3 slots of net worth were taken by Signify. The Gyrocopter was on the 4th slot. So whether we have the Sand King, whether we have the SF, whether we have the MK, all from Signify, we're getting enough farm. So even though Reckoning was trying to take them off simultaneously, the other lanes were getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, and you can see a good use of Pangolia there. His swashbuckle move against TA's, what is this move called, where refraction, where she doesn't get any damage up till a certain amount of hits and damage being meted out.
I mean, Pang just goes through it and shuts it down. Yeah. And I think
I'm an armadillo. I can go anywhere.
Another commendable player was Crowley. I mean, he played fantastically well. He was there in every gang, seeing to it that the glimpse, the circle, everything falls in place. But I think the only player that actually went down from Signify was Crowley, because they all were trying to take him down because he was roaming around so much on the map. But he played a beautiful 5th role, and he was able to make sure that no matter which lane Reckoning went to, he was there to guide it down. And I think that's why Signify till today is the best team in the country.
Alrighty then, maybe I'm hopeful that more new teams will rise up, but that's what we have for you guys today. We will be coming back to you again tomorrow before we head off for our weekly break, which is on Tuesday, and then we'll join you again on Wednesday. So yay for that, and we'll join you guys again on Monday, which is tomorrow, and bring you more awesomeness in the form of CR, CSGO and Dota 2. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, ESL India Premiership 2018 is brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Intel, and presented to you by ESL and Not Gaming. I'm Vagish Gotslebhan.
I'm Angela.
AKA Anjali. And we'll be seeing you again tomorrow.
Take care.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. Registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.